Tell Jeremy, what's your record in Kentucky for
0-36.
knocking
on doors?
Knocking on doors.
You said 32, I thought.
30,
4 more.
It went 4 more since he's been here.
Yeah, I've been texting 4 people. Yeah, 4 more no's since we've been sitting here.
HUNTR Podcast is brought to you by Predator Camo.
That's right, man. Predator Camo. We've been rocking that stuff for, boy, a little over 10 years, a full decade now. It's kind of hard to believe, but we stepped away, a year or two, tried some different stuff over the years, but at the end of it, we always come back to Predator Camo.
Yeah, and I mean, even in reflecting back on this season, like I started off the season in spring green, killed that elk. You killed all 3 of your bucks, I think, in the fall brown, which has kind of made its return back to the lineup. And yeah, it's been dependable, and it's funny when you know that you're in a stand and the deer is looking at you, but it's looking through you. It's a completely different feeling.
They have some new stuff. So, they went through an ownership change a couple of years ago and had the opportunity to give them some feedback. And I think we're getting ready to see the results of all of that coming out this July in some all-new apparel lines.
Yeah, unfortunately, we were able to see it at ATA. I know some of you guys might have been able to see it at some other shows, but it's awesome. And anyone listening to this, when it goes live in July, can use the code HUNTR, HUNTR, and use that for a discount on Predator Camo, as well as during the spring here. If you're looking for turkey stuff and want to get spring green, same discount code on PredatorCamo.com.
Don't blend in, break out.
And we're back.
Hey,
HUNTR Podcast, episode 332. I almost caught myself. I'm like, how did I start these things? After 300 of them, you think I know what I'm doing.
got her down pat.
Are you too busy opening that, or you want to do your part at the same time?
I'll do them both at the same time. Hey, thank you guys for being here. Whether you're tuning in on YouTube, Spotify, or Apple Podcasts, those are the 3 main platforms that we drop these episodes on. And we do that every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Eastern time.
Sorry, I cracked that one already. I
I
apologize.
see that. Yeah, you brought me a half-empty bottle of bourbon. He's like, I'll bring you.
Had a sip a minute ago.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Cracked it on the way here.
Yeah, that was the 9:30 thing I was talking about.
And as you can hear, we have some in-studio guests that we'll bring in here in a moment. And some E.H. Taylor we're going to bust up in here in a minute. So I will continue with, if you've written us on Instagram DM or the website, those are the 2 that we check the most frequently.
Pretty good.
I'll say, a little behind on email, but we'll get it. I can say confidently that we have definitively launched the HUNTR website, the new website, and
It's live. New gear.
Yeah, we got some new merch on there, some stuff we've been just holding out, waiting for the new website to be up there. So
Nick now has to pay for the engagement ring that he has on a finger. Have we announced that? Nick, she said yes.
She did say yes, and I don't think we've announced that. So
Yeah, she said yes. So Nick is engaged.
Nick is engaged, and I don't know if he did a payment plan or if it's bought and paid for on the ring, but hey, it's all good.
Sold a kidney or something.
So website's live, merch is on there. You guys can help yourself to that. Thank you guys in advance for supporting us in that way. And it's kind of a weird transition now saying that, but after I've been saying that for a year and a half, you can also use promo code HUNTR, HUNTR, on any of our partners' websites for a discount in some way, shape, or form. And other than that, here we go.
Here we go. We've got Zack and Jesse.
What is your last name?
Robb.
Oh, that's right. I'm so used to calling you Sasquatch. But then just recently I was like, I was Zack. And so
He
Zack,
does have a name.
you do have a full human name.
Never trust a guy with 2 first names.
That's 3. I mean, my middle name, Matthew, so.
Oh, boy.
3 middle names.
Trifecta.
Super
4,
rare.
3 first names as names.
And Jesse Mitchell. Well, welcome, both of you.
Thank you.
Thanks. This is really cool in here. It's a pleasure to be here.
This is where the magic happens. We said it makes baby making in here.
That's awesome.
I'm gonna crack
tonight.
I'm gonna crack these out of the gate here. You don't want any? You'll
good.
have a small splash.
At the moment, I'm good.
Okay. And Jesse?
I'm good.
It'll add up.
All right, then Jeremy and I are gonna start. And
Okay.
we'll show you guys how it's done here.
Mm-hmm.
And if at some point you would like some, you're welcome to partake.
Well, you guys are here because we're going into the Whitetail Road Show
That's right.
this upcoming weekend. So it's always a goal of ours as people are coming closer to town that we take the opportunity to rope them in here. And second year at Jared's Farm for the road show. So last year's inaugural show, you guys were both at. Jesse, you won the belt. We were talking about that. Thus not drinking right now.
Yes.
Because you got to defend the title.
I do. Getting ready. Been training.
Have you really? Just for the belt?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
that's the only reason you're doing it.
Is that a serious question?
It's been the talk since like ATA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Zach and I have been kind of sending workouts back and forth all summer long, and been doing the same stuff Zach's been doing. Got me a vest. Really
Did you guys know each other before the roadshow last year?
No.
Nope.
I didn't know anybody.
You're shitting me.
I promise.
You just slid into the
I
group.
did.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Like a little
Weaseled my way in
Yeah.
there.
That's amazing. I thought you were just part of the crew.
No.
Like, oh, you're at
yeah.
ATA, you're here. You're just part of the group.
I
Yep.
think I knew that at the roadshow. Because everyone was just like, "Who is this kid? This kid's a stud."
Wait a
and,
minute.
and you destroyed, right? And then you've
Yeah.
just been like
It was
with
pretty
us ever
savage.
since, huh?
We even changed the finale last year to make it easier for
We
the
did.
other guy.
I had to put that in Cody's ear. I think I told you that after the
Yeah.
fact.
Yeah, because
it was all like heavy stuff, and I'm like, hey, we need some more running in here
Because
for
we
this
knew
guy.
you were strong, but
Yeah.
the other guy needed
Right.
a win.
well, it was obvious, right? Like
Yeah,
if it was a strength competition for the finale,
Done.
It was already won.
It's already won.
So we made it a running competition, and he still won.
I will say that one kid or guy, it wasn't a kid, that he fell out earlier in the competition, but was
Yeah.
the one that Jared's dad was just squirting
Yeah.
with the hose.
Yeah.
That dude gave it all
He
he
did.
had, man.
He was on my relay team, and he made.
His
I
shoes
can't
were
remember.
duct taped.
Yeah,
Were they really?
savage.
Savage.
Yeah.
He came the ball out.
He put in some work.
You better watch out
For
this
sure.
year.
Who was the other? Who was the runner-up? Who'd you beat for the title?
It's one of the
his
twins,
name is Nick
right?
from
They're
Michigan.
brothers.
Yeah.
He was like a skinnier kid.
Yeah, no, but he was
tough.
tough.
He was a tough kid.
What are the chances he's been training?
He might have. He
Also,
might be.
or have you been
Might-
keeping tabs?
No. I mean, him and I had talked
I don't
probably twice.
I'm kind of thinking the hose kid is coming back.
Hose kid.
Like your dad literally was just squirting him with. I thought he was gonna die.
I remember.
Just for like an hour.
Like how you would water your yard.
Yeah.
He had that scary like endurance. No, endurance is the
Like
wrong
took
word.
a bump of cocaine before.
No, I don't think it was drug related. I think it was all mental. It was pure. It was. He had that. In him.
That dog.
Dude, he
That's
had
right.
that dog in him.
He did.
I know.
Like
Yeah.
you remember in we all had a kid like in high school or middle school like that just was like scary, over the top. Like
Yeah,
he
yeah.
just went so hard.
Yeah, it was Zach.
That was me.
That was you.
Yeah,
that's
both
fair.
of
That was
them.
actually, yeah.
100%.
Well, he was that, but
Mhm.
at the road show, and yeah, he
It was awesome though. That was
he got
cool
pretty
to
far
see
in it.
that. He did. It was kind of interesting there because you said he was on your relay team.
I think so.
I guess for people listening, can we walk through like what they're hearing us like talk
Well,
about the belt and that.
Yeah, sure. So essentially there's always something to start where it kind of minimizes, say we have 50 people that want to try out for the relay or the fitness challenge, and they have to get neck down to about 25 to start.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, we break it down to 8. And at 8, we form 2 teams of 4.
Mm-hmm.
Those teams of 4 compete against each other, and then the winning team then has to divide into 2. Where, sometimes we let them pick the team, sometimes we pick the teams. But the thing is, if your team is extremely strong and you pick someone really good to be your partner, you have to face them in the finale.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of a double-edged sword there.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, the team of 2 that wins will go against each other for the final.
Do you see that on the flip side where really good competitors get knocked out early because of their
Yes.
team sucks?
Yeah, I mean, in Georgia,
Yeah, because you just did Georgia, right?
we did Virginia
and
and
Georgia.
We're number
Yeah.
3. Yeah.
Virginia, actually both shows so far, last year's winner competed well, but their teams, Georgia last year's winner was in the finale. But yeah, Virginia's winner last year was a stud, and his team got bumped out.
Got to
early.
keep that in mind, Jesse.
And
Yeah.
Georgia had some guys on the losing 4-person team that they could have had a run at it.
Mhm.
I'm confident. So it's a team game.
Is it teamwork?
It's tough.
Yeah.
Got to beat the odds.
Is there a strategy like early on? Do you have any say in terms of getting onto a team you think will progress, like a good team?
No, I typically turn around when I turn back around. Leishan's like, "Here's your team."
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
already cut him in half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah, you gotta-
I mean,
you gotta
pretty
roll with
much when you get to 8, both teams are pretty solid. Like we've had people. There's more people showing up that say, "I'm here for that belt," which is really cool.
Yeah.
That was your
got
mindset
one
last
right
year.
here.
Oh, yeah.
I remember
100%.
last year I was like, that dude with the Rogue shirt.
Yeah, me too. I was
He's fucking
here,
serious.
He's here to fuck.
I remember AJ. I was standing in line and look at some stuff, and AJ looked at me and said, "You look like you came to compete." And I said, "I came to win."
Yeah,
I'm here for that belt.
Oh yeah.
Was that the first road show you've been to?
Yeah.
Did you know? Obviously, you knew about the
Yeah, because
competition.
they did Georgia first last year, then they came to
Yeah.
Ohio. So I kind of saw some things that they did.
Just on social, you were
Yeah.
seeing what it was about.
And what's your background? So you're a wrestler. We talked about that. You're a
Yeah.
farm kid,
Yep.
right? So just
Full-time farmer, my dad and I.
just farm strength.
Yeah.
Love that.
And just go crazy.
Yeah. Well, that's what you said. You brought the tractor suitcase weights.
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah.
these are coming into play.
I've been throwing horrible workouts at him, and he's like, sick, I'm going to do that today.
That's awesome.
I'm like, cool.
What's the farm life look like now? Is it a cattle farm or?
No, just grain,
Grain.
corn and soybeans,
So what do you do now when you're not harvesting, grain's growing
getting everything ready for fall.
to harvest?
Oh yeah, greasing everything,
Mm-hmm.
going up top of the grain legs.
So you're
Change oil.
moving.
Oh yeah,
You're staying active.
You grease the same tractor every day?
I do. She's lubed and ready.
She's ready.
Gotta
Yeah.
keep it greased.
Yeah.
Is that a family business, Jesse? Did your
Yeah,
dad?
so our family's actually been farming for a little over 200 years.
Holy
Wow.
shit.
We started in PA. I can't remember the year, but I believe that was 1700s.
is that a direct lineage? Like what?
Yeah.
What
like
generation?
Like right
would
off
you
the
be then?
Mayflower.
Yeah. So I am the I believe my dad and I believe that I am the 8th generation of Mitchells to farm.
Damn.
No pressure.
Yeah, right. I know.
Yeah.
And it
Grease that tractor.
it's kind of cool. There every 100 years there's been a Jesse Mitchell. So my great grandfather Jesse was born in 1799. Then my great grandfather was born in 1894, and then I was born in 1999.
Holy shit.
You
That's
almost,
crazy.
you almost missed that window.
I know,
Slightly.
very close.
Yeah. Yeah. They would have already been disappointed in you if you missed that generation gap. So you family started in Pennsylvania. You're in Ohio. Do you guys own land, or is it mostly just crop leasing?
We primarily own, I believe. We do our fair share of renting ground
Mhm.
from landlords.
Mm-hmm. Interesting, man.
We say landlords, just landowners. Just
Yeah,
like we do.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right,
crop
yeah.
leasing and stuff. And
yeah,
what's the? Is it pretty good ground where you're at? I mean, if
yes.
we can tell people, I mean, you're
Yeah.
central
It's-
Ohio for the most part. It's like, so where I'm at, which you guys are familiar with, you've been to my farm, that's like $85 an acre is about
Yeah.
what we get on the crop lease, which I know is not great.
No, it's the ground that we farm it's some of the better ground in Ohio. I mean, it's for example, my parents dug a pond right behind their house, and it's 3 or 4 feet of black topsoil.
Damn.
wow.
It's nice.
So we see in Illinois.
Well, it's crazy. It is what we see in Illinois. I was asking off podcast. It's like several thousand acres that these guys are farming and stuff. And so we transitioned to like a deer hunting. And I'm like, cool. So there must be a lot of deer, like, you know. But to realize how little cover is on this several thousand acres, it's like
Mhm.
50 acres.
Yeah,
It's like
Yeah.
literally almost nothing.
yeah. Like a creek with some timber along the sides of the creek, and then we got CRP pheasant grass in the floodplain,
Other than that, just ag field,
ag field.
which
How
is what you want
cool.
as a farmer.
Right.
Yeah, as a farmer. Yeah.
You don't want to be crossing fence rows and tree lines and stuff
No.
like that. You just want to turn her on and roll.
How is dad with, like, is he into the hunting thing at all too? Like in terms of like, hey, can we develop some of this acreage into habitat? Is there an openness to that? Or? Well, you can't
Not-
compete against yourself from a livelihood standpoint, but
Right. I mean, not as big as I am into it.
mm-hmm.
He hunted, so he lived up in Michigan. He was a sales manager for about 20 years, and he was up in Michigan, and that's kind of what he started hunting up there with some guys that he would sell seed to.
He was a farmer.
Well, he is, but he was. So my grandpa was farming when he was doing the seed sales
Mhm.
stuff,
I
and then
see.
he came back to
Okay.
farm with his dad.
I see. Cool. All right, sorry, I cut you off there.
No, you're fine.
You were telling me about if your dad was not as
Oh,
big
yeah.
of a hunter. He's in Michigan.
Yeah, so he went out and gun hunted with some guys, and then when he came back, he shot a couple bucks off the home farm. But last time that he shot a buck was when my mom and dad brought my little brother home from the hospital from being born. That was 21 years ago. And so last year was his first year of really getting back out there. And he actually, being a gun hunter, he got really good with his shotgun, and he kind of lost interest because it got easy. So now he's got a 44 Magnum pistol, and we're really trying to get him a pistol buck this year.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That would be really cool.
Interesting. What drew him to the pistol over versus?
I
That's
mean,
not what I was expecting
yeah.
you to say. I thought you'd say like, oh, he's gonna jump back in with a crossbow, or
I think it's, I mean, being a pistol, you got to be, his effective range is 50 yards and in.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
So you got to be close.
Yeah.
It's very similar to bow hunting.
I was going to say, very similar.
Just louder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little louder.
Well, and probably just from, a lot of guys are just, they're drawn to gun hunting, and don't have an interest in bow hunting and stuff. And so
Is that
that's
it?
like,
Is he still into enjoys the firearm component of it? He wants to be a part of the gun season.
He's made mention.
I'm sure
and
you
thought
told him
about,
like, hey, you could hunt this whole season here. I can put you on.
Yeah, because we've talked about a crossbow, and he's like, I don't know, that seems like it's cheating.
yeah, we like them.
And he's thought about getting a vertical bow, but
Well, dude, you guys are busy in the fall.
very busy.
So it's like, it's not like you're just like, let's just go hunt
Right.
bow season.
So it's like if I have, we don't typically start cutting beans in the morning until 11 because you got to wait for the dew to dry off. And so I have some time to slip out in some mornings because I can just canoe back the creek. So my morning access is somewhat good. But other than that, it's,
You're in a machine.
I don't want to hope on this, but if something breaks down, then I'll have time to go out in the evening or something.
Yeah.
Wow,
Oh,
that's tough,
damn it.
man.
I know.
That is a commitment for sure. I mean, you guys are just. I guess I should have known that. I mean, that's your busy season as far as business goes.
When do you start cutting beans then, usually in that area?
So, the past 2 years have been different.
Yeah, weather-wise.
Yeah. So this year, we're probably thinking that we're going to start shelling corn before we cut any beans. And there's a potential that we could shell corn third week of September.
And that's
Wow.
pretty early compared to normal, or no? Typically what I see in our area is beans coming off first, like about at least a month in advance of corn.
We're just thinking that because of like contracts we've done with the grain elevator and getting them filled early, getting a good basis on the price if we can get it in early. So we'll start shelling corn, like 23% moisture, dry it down some, ship it off to the elevator.
Wow. Yeah, so I mean, before Ohio's bow season even starts, you're busy. You're in a machine.
Yeah. That's why I try and go down to Kentucky.
Yeah.
Take advantage of that early season. I can usually that first week of season I can go down there and grind it out a little bit. Try and get an early tag filled.
That makes sense. On the flip side, you're coming from the mountains of Virginia.
That's right.
With no ag ground.
Yeah, well, there is some, but it's few and far between. I used to hunt on a bean farm, and that happened to have some good deer.
Yeah.
But the mountains don't really have much in the way of ag at all. But they do have a lot of browse and acorns and natural habitat that they seem to thrive on. So
is that closer to your house that you're hunting there, or is it a distance to get into?
So, yeah, the access road that I take to go up in my mountain is only, as a crow flies, probably 2.5 miles from my front door.
Oh, wow.
But it takes me like 2 hours to get up to where I hunt.
Holy shit.
What? It's how far?
It's 2.5 miles to the gate.
And it takes you 2 hours?
Not those 2.5 miles.
Right.
But to get up the mountain road kind of to where I'm actually hunting at, it takes every bit of an hour and a half.
Wow. Is it mainly public down there that you're hunting?
This is a large private tract.
Okay.
But there's 40 other people that hunt on it, and there's like 4-wheeler roads on it and stuff like that. So those roads that you take up in the mountain are what takes a long time.
Just rough.
Yeah, pretty rough.
Tell us. I don't mean to over ask and like pinpoint on what you're hunting there. Is it like a club of some sort, or just open permission? A lot of people hunt it. Like,
so yeah, it's kind of like I think there's 3 main groups of people. It's a large family property. They own basically the whole mountain, and we get to hunt a section of it.
Okay.
Mhm.
We maintain the roads, and
Who's we?
this group of people.
You have like a tribe, and then there's 2 other tribes.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of like an outcast tribe, honestly.
Mm.
So
Mm.
like I'm like cousins
Rebel
with this
tribe.
tribe. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's say there's 3 tribes, and they all have permission from way back in the
I
day on
love this
written
situation.
agreements, right? From way back in the day. And then, your tribe gets permission, and then this other group says, they get permission, and then they have a group of people that powwow together.
Mhm.
You're spot on. Like it literally is.
And the white man owns the property.
Exactly.
I gotcha.
That's exactly right.
Okay, we're on the same page.
Yeah. Yeah. But we try to get along. There's not much talk between anybody, so it really does. It really does hunt a lot like public.
How many are in your like little tribe, your clique?
I don't even.
Him.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I'm kind of like cousins to a tribe.
You're like
I'm
an arm's reach.
outcast
Mm-hmm.
that like knows somebody.
So do you talk to anybody about what you're doing or what you're?
Yeah. I'm not like super hard to get along with.
Mhm.
There's a couple guys up there that put the work in, and I respect them.
Mhm.
And certainly if I see their truck, I
Give
may
them a nod.
not say, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but
I
there's
may
a
not
mutual
say,
respect there.
Right. I may not say, hey man, where's your tree stand at? But I'll
Sure.
be like, hey, kind of which direction are you going?
Yeah.
So
You
I
don't
can
want to
steer clear or maybe cut you off.
be holding hands walking down the trail type of thing.
Yeah, right.
So it's a big property then.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
got 2,600 acres, and it hunts pretty big. I have yet to uncover some of the areas of it because I have found what I need to find in the areas that I'm at. But it's broken up by other private tracks that come up into it, properties that go up the mountain and kind of cut into it, as well as the very top of the mountain is a federal land that is unhuntable. So there are borders.
Well, that's nice.
That helps.
Yeah, and they live there.
They live there.
Like it up there.
They do. I
The-
bet.
Problem is
How big is the unhuntable property?
quite large.
Awesome.
Yeah. The problem is they know they're safe up there.
Sure.
Yeah.
They know.
And what's pulling? Like, what are you guys doing different on that property that makes them want to?
I don't know if we have better food source. I can't imagine that we do. I'd imagine it's probably pretty equal.
Similar. Mm-hmm.
But we don't pressure the does much, so we do have does.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, like I was never a rut guy, and then this piece kind of turned me into a rut guy.
Sure.
Because we're catching. My best success the last several years has come from kind of catching them in the funnels between doe areas.
Mm-hmm.
How long you been hunting that piece?
Man, time flies, but this will be year 6.
Yeah, and that's your main spot.
Yeah, I mean, I got a few small pieces that I try to save kind of for the wife, because it's harder. I'm not expecting her to ride a 4-wheeler 8 miles up in the mountain by herself.
Yep. Nope. That makes sense.
We got kids.
That's crazy, and that's what you do
Somebody's gotta
every
take
time you
care
have to
of
go
them.
hunt it. Is hop on a 4-wheeler for it. How long is the 4-wheeler drive?
Depending on the spot, it's anywhere from 45 minutes to like an hour and 10, and I
Wow.
rip.
Wow,
That's
a
nuts.
poke, dude. You must
That's covering some miles.
It must feel
sucks.
super remote.
It's pretty damn remote. I can say I had to modify the throttle on my 4-wheeler because my thumb kept falling asleep.
Yeah,
So
I
I
bet.
like
dude.
zip tied a piece of
You gotta paint
PVC
your
pipe
fingernails,
to it.
cut down on the
Exactly.
vibrations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good idea. I'll write that down.
Got that from a Disney movie,
Really?
Motocross. Do you ever see it?
No. I'll have to check that
Never
out.
seen that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm
It's
writing that
like
down.
Jared's entire
Oh,
childhood
dude.
based off of that movie.
Damn
I was just jamming to the soundtrack last night. Juliana Theory, Top of the World.
That is a great song.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
check it out.
Takes me back.
Cut to the song.
Yeah. Nick?
But yeah, it's
That's
it's
crazy.
it's a ride.
Because, 2,600 acres is big, but, like, think about on a 4-wheeler moving at a good clip for 45 minutes. Like, that's covering some miles.
Well, you got to imagine there's a lot of switchbacks. It's rough. It's steep. There's rocks.
Because those are just old logging roads, I assume.
Yeah, and they're pretty washed out. I mean, we got a dozer up there that will clear it. After a bad rain.
Mm-hmm.
Is it the same road that everybody takes?
Yeah.
Every tribe has to go up that road.
Every tribe,
One road.
one road, 3 tribes.
I like that.
Yeah.
A lot of bow hunters in this tribe?
No.
No. So there's your big benefit there.
So there's, I would say, during strictly bow season, I probably have 4 or 5 people maybe that are consistently going up there. And when there's 40 people, but not everybody's like full blown idiot like I am.
Yeah. Some of the guys are just like, I'm gonna go over here.
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna grab my case of Mountain Dew and ride my Yoda up here and sit next to this tree.
Yep.
There's a lot of that.
I'm sure.
But yeah, so there's not a ton of pressure in regards to like bow season. I'm certainly the only guy that's bow hunting the whole season. And I've actually gotten a lot of comments from people like, why the hell would you do that?
Yeah.
This is what I want.
Mm-hmm.
Leave me alone.
Which part is like surprising to people like later in the season?
Yeah, when muzzleloader and
still hunting?
Or why am I hunting with a bow as opposed to
during
muzzleloader or rifle? Because our rifle season, our muzzleloader opens first Saturday in November.
Oof.
Rifle opens third Saturday. So there's 2 weeks of muzzleloader right during rut.
Wow.
And then right at peak is when it switches to rifle, and we can have real rifles, none of this straight wall.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And you're shooting a real
30
bow,
knot
right?
sixes.
Like you're Recurve exclusively?
No, I'm dabbling with that. After a year like last year, I'm gonna do it and all my encounters, going off on a side note here, have been 12 yards and under the last 3 years.
So you're saying this year you're gonna go full recurve?
I'm doing it.
Full recurve.
You never go full recurve.
Full recurve. That should be a shirt.
It should be a shirt. So yeah, we definitely can make one of those.
So last year you were hunting with a compound.
Compound, yeah.
Yep. All your bucks. How many bucks did you shoot last year?
2.
You shot 2 bucks, both with a
Both compound.
compound.
Yep.
Both in Virginia?
Both in Virginia.
Yeah, both on a mountain.
One was actually on my job site.
Oh, interesting.
Perks of the job, huh?
Interesting.
Whoa. Yeah.
Okay, so Virginia is a $2 state.
It's actually on my side of the mountain. It's a $3 state.
Okay.
Wow.
Only reason I didn't keep hunting was I shot a doe 5 minutes after I shot my big mountain buck, and I accidentally tagged it as my last buck tag.
Oh.
And the
No
helpful wardens
No
wouldn't
give backs on that.
Yeah, I contacted and they were like, "We'll take a look at it, thanks."
Yeah. Never heard back.
No.
Yeah.
So I
They're
bet
like,
if it
we
was the
gotta
other way
get Zack
around,
Robb off this mountain.
yeah, get him out of here.
What you couldn't? It was like once the tag was on the deer, it was done.
I think
So
we-
ours is
You
all
called
digital.
in already.
Yeah,
ours is
you
all
digitally
digital.
submitted it.
Oh no.
Yeah, you can bet
It's
if it was the other way around, I'd have gotten a phone call.
Yeah.
yeah, and it's an either sex tag.
You're right.
Bummer. That sucks.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, it was kind of like
Is what it is.
I've had a good season.
Sure.
Time to chill a little bit.
Have you shot a deer with your recurve?
Yeah. I shot a button buck. It was the most exciting.
Heck yeah,
moment
man.
of my life. It was awesome.
Okay. And so why not? Just you've been practicing more the past year, and you're like, hey,
Uh,
I've been wanting to do this kind of a thing.
No, I've always had kind of the level up mentality. Where when I was living on that bean farm, I found really good success, like 3 years in a row with shooting rifles. I mean, if you're a decent shot, it's not hard
Mm-hmm.
because like I said, we got real rifle cartridges with
Sure.
some serious range.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So then it kind of progressed to, okay, I want to get close to these deer. I'm no longer seeking just a kill. I'm seeking like the challenge. So we went to the compound, and I've had some success, kind of intermittently trying a bunch of different ground, and all that's kind of changed over the last couple of years as far as what ground I had to hunt. But the last 2 years, the mountain has really provided for me, and that's based on things that I've gained as knowledge and are applying and are putting myself in the right position. Hopefully that repeats.
Mm-hmm.
So now with the experiences that I've had in the last 3 years up there, I would like to push that challenge further.
Are you running cameras on the mountain?
I run. So last year I had 4. 2 were reveals, and they both got 0 pictures of deer because one I never got a single picture from. It's still hanging.
Mm-hmm.
The other one,
Never sent, didn't work.
correct. I don't.
Is there service down there?
Sparse, but it normally worked. There was something wrong with the camera.
Interesting.
Like I've had a camera in that exact spot and it worked. So I don't know.
Just didn't work.
It wasn't connecting when I set it up, and I said, well, we'll see what happens.
I brought it up here.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I'll
leave it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then my other cell cam,
Sorry,
a
guys.
bear
Good
bear
time.
flipped it like day 2.
I just got my first picture of a bear this morning.
Heck
in
yeah,
PA.
dude. It won't be long.
Yeah, it
It'll
won't
be
be
gone.
long. That's what I told him. I was like, good chance he rips it off.
I'm
there.
glad we
Yeah.
don't have those things in Ohio. That was a PA camera.
And
threw
I
up.
put my cameras up like 10, 12 feet.
Doesn't matter.
Bears
Doesn't
can
matter.
climb.
They can climb.
Yeah.
It's amazing
so
how well they smell that scent on the camera and are just like magnets to it.
I don't even eat Twinkies anymore. I don't know.
Dude, they're just on them.
It doesn't take long. So that was those 2 cams. The other 2 cameras I did run, but I only use them to kind of isolate, which area has a more target rich environment.
Mm-hmm.
Because what I had found, I know you guys run cameras and that's great.
Mm-hmm.
I was letting the cameras tell me how to hunt,
Oh, sure.
and I wasn't doing any woodsmanship myself.
Mm-hmm.
So I removed, chasing camera locations back and forth, trying to learn the deer.
Yep.
And just started.
Hey,
taking
there's
off
something
on
I want to
foot.
kill there.
Yeah,
now break it down.
That's my start point now.
Yep. Which I think is a really good way to use them.
Well, dude, it made it more fun, a little more mysterious, and like I've never had a without a doubt kind of pattern going on in the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
So there's always an element of surprise and whatever.
Sure.
But I've had a lot more luck or success rather by using my woodsmanship and just using that as kind of a start point. It's a big piece. I could run 200 cameras up there and not cover everything. But
You'd also probably be spinning around with your head cut off trying to figure. Yeah.
Yeah. So like this last season, the deer I killed, it's my biggest buck I've ever killed in my life. I had him on camera 3 or 4 seasons ago. Never saw him ever again. Just had that one video of him. Spent 2 weeks searching for him, like any kind of sign that would give me confidence to hunt him. It never showed up, so I kind of abandoned that and moved on to elsewhere because I don't have like a ton of time to hunt. So if I'm going to do it, I need to
make it count.
Make it count. And I had other targets to go after. But, the sign that led me to where I killed this year, I didn't know it was that deer. It was leading out of an area I had my camera at that I knew there was 4 or 5 shooters in. And it was big deer sign that led me like a mile and a half up the mountain into a thicket, basically. And lo and behold, deer I was chasing 3 years earlier came up in my lap.
Holy shit.
So
And
pretty
what,
cool.
What was he? Like, how old do you think, or what did he score, or anything like that?
So he's 162.
Dang.
Hell of a cage on him.
Jeez.
Awesome frame. Big, heavy chocolate rack. He's in the truck if you want to see him.
I do want to see him. Why don't you bring him in?
Yeah, we could. You want to? And so going off of other people's history, because there was some other people that said, I've been hunting that deer for 5 years.
Holy
Are
shit.
other guys running cameras and stuff? Like you
Oh yeah,
come
dude.
across them all the time?
Guys are just all over the place.
Yeah.
Is there an inter-tribe pact that you're like check each other's cameras kind of thing or anything like that?
Not with me. Maybe they have that.
Yeah.
They'll send me a picture if I show up on their camera.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, hey, I see you in my camera.
Like, hey, we saw a Sasquatch.
Yeah. Hey,
There he is.
Uh-huh.
that does happen, and I do pose.
I'm sure you do. HUNTR Podcast is brought to you by Deer Grow.
Man, hard to believe, but Deer Grow has been the sponsor that's been there since the beginning of the HUNTR Podcast. Back in 2021, I think that they were the only partner that we had, but it's such a cornerstone brand and set of products for our food plot strategy throughout the year.
No doubt. And it seems like we used to have an off season, but not so much anymore. It's like when the hunting season ends, it really rolls right into food plot season, habitat projects, all of the above. And the Plot Start and Plot Boost have been there since the very beginning. That's a cornerstone for all of our plots. The Plot Start goes on at the beginning, Plot Boost goes on midway through. And since they came out with all of the fertilizers, that gets mixed in with the Plot Boost application as well. And I can't believe the results that we've been getting out of that.
Yeah, it's been awesome. Like I said, it's all the work now that really produces the results in the fall. So right now, anyone listening to the HUNTR Podcast can use code HUNTR, HUNTR, for 15% off any of the products at deergrow.com.
Better food plots, bigger deer. It's pretty good bourbon, huh, Jeremy?
I told you it's my
Got it from Another
favorite.
Splash. You guys can.
A lot of them guys are doing all kinds of mineral sites, which are maybe not legal in Virginia.
Are they not?
They're not.
Okay.
Not during season.
No baiting or feeding either.
No baiting or minerals.
It's very. In fact, you
That's
guys
weird.
can't
I
even
know.
use.
I know. Leishon does a lot of that.
yeah. Right.
Yeah, you can't even use real deer pee, right?
That's right. Yeah. So
That's
I use
banned.
Squatch pea.
Squatch pee. Yep,
Squatch pea
makes
works
sense.
every
Real
time.
genuine squash piss.
Has more pheromones in it, anyways.
It works.
Yeah, 60% of the time. Every time.
Yeah, pungent.
Stings the nostrils.
Yeah. I will take some of that. Yeah.
I got you.
But yeah, so a lot of guys do run cameras. I don't know. Like I said, I've had better luck without. So that's where I'm at on the camera debate.
I think it's so my territory up here is very similar to what you're hunting. That's where that deer came from.
I was looking. Damn,
That's a PA mountain
That's
buck right there.
PA mountain buck, 5 or 6. But similar strategy in that. So all I'm hunting now is public up there, and so I was doing the same thing. I'd have 15 cameras out, and I'm trying to pattern deer, and I'm just running like I'm not even in the woods. Like I'm just running around trying to. And
I gotta go fix my camera. Bear got it.
Yeah, and so basically now it's like I'll drop a single camera on a 400-acre area, like wherever I think the best pinch point, like we were talking about, or funnel is. I'm like, and maybe I'm kicking in a scrape, or maybe I find a community scrape, camera drop, and that's it. And all I want to know is something is in there that I'm like, okay, I'll chase that deer.
Right.
If not, I just don't go over there. Right. If a bear gets it, tough shit. Like maybe I make it back there, maybe I don't. And so I might have 10 or 15 cameras spread across, but I'm covering 100,000 acres.
Right.
And it's just one here. And that's all I think now. Then once having that, going in, using your woodsmanship, finding like the behavior, what they're doing, where the sign is, you're way more effective at killing deer. And I do think that you can trip on surprise deer. We talk about that all the time. I'm like, dude, it's very rare in farm country that I see a surprise deer.
Right.
Because it's just so fragmented. I'm like, pretty much know everybody.
They got a home.
But in like up there, something will show up in late October. I'm like, holy shit, where'd that deer come from?
Exactly.
And then it'll disappear and I'll never see it again.
Right. Yeah, it's pretty wild. Oh, where were we going with that? So looking at all that kind of historical information and the picture I have of him from 4 years ago, the estimate is he's 8 or 9 years old.
Wow. That's freaking awesome.
Body was giant. Neck big. It was awesome deer.
So Zach, we talked about this a little bit this morning. We were talking about some of these Pennsylvania deer starting to get 6, 7, 8 years old, and I think a lot of it is one, we've lost some hunters in Pennsylvania just naturally, but I think that like my dad's era would drive the shit out of that mountain. Like every mountain laurel, every rock like was hit, and so every deer in that area was pushed probably by somebody.
Yep.
Our generation doesn't hunt like that. That generation's getting old, so they can't hunt like that. And I think some of these deer are just finding spaces where they're like, I can live in this mountain laurel patch every year and survive, and they're getting to 6, 7, 8 years old.
Yeah.
Do you think that's what you're seeing, or is it because you've got that kind of security area behind there that's not getting hunted?
I do think the hunting culture is different.
Yep.
Than it used to be for sure.
Because was Virginia a dog state too?
Still is.
Still is a dog state.
My side of the mountain and all the way to the coast is still running dogs.
Do they do that on that property?
No deer dogs. They do run bears. Which I mean, that normally just
they're
kicks
running
stuff up. It's whatever.
Yeah.
But I do think the hunting culture is different. I would say there's probably less people spending as much time as they used to up there. And I can remember going to deer camp with Dad, different mountain, but you know, it's like shoot whatever you want, shoot whatever you see. It's just we're here for a good time.
Yeah.
There was still some big bucks killed amongst Dad's friends, but it wasn't the same.
You just shot deer.
Yeah. So I think with maybe there is less hunters. It doesn't seem like it feels like there's more, but I think there's less pieces to hunt too.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So it feels more saturated. Pieces like I'm on, I'm not sure what the amount of hunters were back in the day, but I do know that there were people that hunted under the same tribe circumstances for forever, as far as I know.
Do you sense that as far as access, is it challenging to find places to hunt? Or like if you wanted to go get on another mountain, would that be challenging?
I know a lot of people that are actively seeking
Yeah.
places and they're having a hard time. Yeah.
Is that ownership? Like people are buying large tracts of land? Because like I don't know about that area of Virginia, but I relate it, to like Kentucky, where I'm buying land fairly cheap. Like it's mountain ground. Like it's not, in most people's mind, good ground.
Sure.
But like you can buy a bunch of land for $2,000 an acre, and well, you can't get that anywhere else.
So in my area is kind of on the outside edge of Metropolis.
Okay, so you've got probably a heavier demand for it.
We've got heavier demand. There's definitely a lot of the 1% and all living in amongst us. And the land they buy is no hunting.
Yep.
Most of them are not
just lock it
allowing.
down.
Yep, that's mine.
Yep.
Did they hunt it or
no
hunting?
No, a lot of them are just no hunting.
Yeah.
Really, buying a lot of ground that is no hunting.
That's right.
And they're probably
they're
they're
kicking
spending
out
a bunch
old-
of money on it.
Yeah, and they're kicking out, old clubs. Like I had basically, me and my dad live.
That's interesting.
Actually, I
What
can
do they
tell you,
do
I'm
with
on
it?
driveway to driveway. We live 4 miles apart,
Okay.
and we used to be able to hunt almost every farm between where I currently live and where I grew up.
Mm-hmm.
And we currently hunt none of it.
Wow.
All of the properties that we had to hunt sold within 3 seasons. And ultimately, that's the exact time that we got permission on the mountain. So it
Was that around COVID?
was.
Sounds right.
Damn COVID.
Yeah, well,
Well,
I mean,
dude,
because they didn't have to live in the city
Yeah.
at that point. They could work remotely.
Well, that's everywhere. Dude, honestly, every season that I can remember, at least in the past 5, has been a shifting, like a moving target. It's like what properties are we going to have to come, or who's going to be our neighbor by the time season rolls around. And it's just like you're trying to time it and or get ahead of it, or buy some for ourselves, kind of a thing. Like in every state, it's been challenging.
Yeah. So once I got the mountain piece, I had a couple small pieces that I had permission on as well. I killed a 154 on one of those, and it caused a little bit of drama. So I told the guy, I was like, "Hey, I got somewhere to hunt.
Yeah, I'm out.
I'm out. Don't ruin what you got going on here over
Mhm.
me killing deer."
Yeah.
So
Killed the biggest one anyway, so.
I did.
Don't worry, guys.
Don't worry.
I'm
It's
out.
tainted.
I'm done.
I'm gone. I pissed in every scrape.
That does happen, man. People get
Oh, it was salty.
Oh, yeah.
And so I dipped out of that, and I just, with the mountain, the land is pretty locked in. I'm confident that the homeowners, or it's kind of like a family estate. They own a castle on top of the whole mountain. It's a real castle.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going anywhere.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it sounds like from a time standpoint, you already said you don't have a ton of time to hunt. It's like you need to spend, it's going to take time to hunt that place efficiently.
Yeah, it does. And I always say, like, I don't know that we were going into tactics and all, but or anything like that.
we are.
We dance all around it.
Okay, cool. Well, we're here. I always kind of attribute hunting success to luck first time.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just not that damn lucky.
Yeah.
So, but I
Luck,
think when
luck
people hear,
versus time.
yeah, well, yeah. I mean,
How
really.
so?
So you can either get lucky. I don't think you can get lucky consistently. But if you're trying to get on big deer consistently, it takes time. And some people attribute that to like time in the current season,
Mm-hmm.
time scouting in the off season,
Mm-hmm.
or in my case, it's time over several years putting money or time into property. It took me 3 or 4 years before I can confidently say I had a legitimate encounter up there.
Yeah.
It's just so vast, and everything looks good. There's trails everywhere.
I would agree with that. Even on my home farm, and the overlapping time frame was just my experience as I was a young guy. I mean, when we got that farm, we've had it now for 10 years. So I was early 20s when we got it. And there's places to like now, like this past season, that I finally feel like I figured out, and I'm like, oh, like, yeah.
Duh.
And these bucks have been here all along, and it's like we either don't get them or there's spots we figured out along the way. But it's like, man, you can continue to like open new layers of a property, especially if you're doing things to it, which we do in farm country and stuff. But the mountain, I'm sure, is changing all the time too.
It is. Even with blowdowns, like I had
Do they do any cuttings up there? I'm sorry to interrupt you. Like is there logging
management?
happening?
No.
No, just clear cuts, logging activity.
No, it's pretty much just rough.
It is what it is.
Yeah, and there's no. It needs burned bad.
I bet.
It's
A lot of young saplings and stuff.
yeah, and tons of briars.
Yeah.
Did
A lot of
Helene
briars.
bring down a bunch of trees in that area?
Yeah, specifically in one. Maybe it wasn't Helene, but another. We did have another rainstorm. It caused some flooding with a casualty below us. That washed out pretty much a whole drainage. But it even simpler than that, the ice storms we get on top of the mountain will knock trees down. I had an area that was an awesome intersection with a huge community scrape that was like one of my inventory spots. And every year for 3 years, I had a deer that I was hunting. And that's kind of where I knew I could pick him up.
Yep.
All it took was 2 trees blew down next to each other, and that
was
spot
it.
was
Shut it
gone.
down.
And shifted it.
Isn't it funny, man? I mentioned Helene. When Helene came through eastern Kentucky, it took down a ton of trees. And my farm is very much, once the shift starts happening, more pre-rut extension of home ranges, like I started picking up new bucks.
Yeah.
And it's like clockwork every year, like the 3 or 4 years before that I had it. So when Helene hit that year, I'm like nothing showed up. I'm like, what the hell? And so I end up, my wife dropped me off at the far end, and I was like, I'm going to go up on this ridge, and it's like, you know, some places it's 30 yards wide, some places it's 10 yards wide, but I can walk it clear back to my property, like 4 miles.
Huh.
And when I got up on that, I'm like, well, no shit. Like, you were crawling over stuff. So, like, clearly a deer's not going to run that ridge the whole way from where I was to my property because it was a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
And it's amazing, like, until you figure that kind of stuff out, I mean, it really changes the entire way movement happens in those big woods.
Oh, yeah. I mean, when I'm scouting, a lot of times I look for the thickest, nastiest crap I can go through, and then something my dad told me a long time ago kind of always echoes in my head, and he's like, you know, son, the only thing on this planet that chooses to do something intentionally hard for themselves is us.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, 9 times out of 10, the deer are going to go the easiest route possible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They don't want to burn energy if they don't have to. They have to survive.
But then you got Jesse Mitchell over here
He's just doing hard shit all the time.
burning energy.
He'd be the definition of that statement.
That's right. Exactly.
Yeah, and the safest. And I would also say, dude, we see like definitely shift happening even on a year-to-year basis. I experienced it firsthand in terms of like, you know, bucks shifting into areas that have better habitat like than they did the year prior, or just, you know, change from year to year. We're working on this clear cut project that was like, it's been a whole thing. We burned it off. We cut more trees. We planted all kind of like perennial pollinators and grasses and all this different stuff. And it's like epic habitat and cover right now compared to most of our timber that has over the years, you know, lacked some management. We need we're enrolled now in equip, which will allow us to do like invasive management stuff, and eventually that's going to be followed by a hard cutting. So we're angling towards that where we'll have better cover across the entire farm. But right now I had this clear cut to work with, and like we did all that stuff, and like bam, like that. It's just like, even this year I've got eyes on bucks in that clear cut that I don't even have pictures of. But they're the most mature bucks for sure, and like they're just sucked into that habitat.
That's cool.
That's why I ask, like, I mean, that's a big deal, especially in like
I mean, it
big
sounds
woods
like
country,
at some point
mountain country.
They
if you
did
have
cut it, right? Because I mean, you have old logging roads and stuff in there.
Right. Yeah.
Probably butchered it.
Yeah, they logged the hell out of it. That's all I can say,
Yeah.
because there's roads everywhere.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of mature hardwoods all over.
So you still
it,
have
too.
good mass production,
Oh,
which is what you're relying on, right?
I mean, you know, there's somebody showed me. Oh, did you know you can look up the acorn crop
Oh, yeah.
on Onyx? And I was like, oh, that's freaking sick.
does that work?
No.
Yeah,
That's where I was going. So I pulled it up, and I was like, hell yeah, let's find my mountain here. And it's like, the whole mountain looks like a lit up Christmas tree. Like, okay, that narrowed down nothing.
Yeah. It's just
Yeah, it's
vomited
everywhere.
over.
The whole thing is acorns.
Wow, acorn crop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got it.
we got it.
How could it possibly?
What is it? Is that
I don't know.
Mostly chestnut oak?
No, so we got a lot of whites and reds
Interesting.
and some blacks.
the 3 tribes?
The 3 tribes. That's right.
That's politically correct how we describe them as well.
Correct, yes. Yeah, it's mostly whites and reds.
That's interesting. I guess I just expect that mountain country to have, like, we have a ton of chestnut oaks up here, which, I mean, they eat, not as desirable as maybe standard red or white oaks, but.
So I'm a custom home builder, and the last house we did was using chestnut for flooring, wormy chestnut, reclaimed, and they all came up here to get it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Up
So
here?
yeah, in Pennsylvania,
Yeah.
they came and tore down some
Really?
barn from
Oh.
your land.
That sounds right.
Do we even have?
That sounds right.
We do still have chestnut here. Not a lot, but it's still around.
Do we have, or is that even a standing tree? I've heard of
American
wormy
chestnut?
chestnut.
American chestnut is what it is.
Well,
At what point does it become wormy?
Worms.
Yeah.
Like bugs eat holes in it.
Post harvest,
Like-
or
Just adding different.
yeah.
yeah.
Do the worms get into the trees like while they're standing or after they're cut?
This is a great question.
I don't know.
I believe it's after it's cut and it's been rotting or decaying on the side of a barn for a while.
Been wormified.
Really?
It just adds
Wormified.
character.
Yeah. Oh, the floors look sick. Yeah.
Yeah, I bet it
I've
does.
seen it. I've seen it in
$22
barns.
a square foot. It could be.
Holy shit. Is it
Unfinished.
tough? Like durable?
It's a soft hardwood.
Yeah, see, I
Yeah.
can't do that. I have dogs. They just be like,
Yeah, we did it and polished it and did all this work to it, and I brought a couch in and set it down, and it scratched the hell out of it. And
sounds right.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, the soft hardwood is.
But it looks cool.
Yeah, it looks great.
It looks great.
They do that. Hemlock is the other one they use a lot for flooring still
Need a
up
job?
here. Huh?
You need a job?
No,
Oh, okay.
I got one.
It must be post-harvest that the worms get it.
Yeah, I mean,
because I've never been walking through the woods and they're like, that's a wormy chestnut.
Yeah.
You're about, it's a chestnut.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, you don't. There isn't a lot of American chestnut standing.
Very
anymore.
rarely. Very rarely. The ones that I've seen are like planted in people's
Yeah.
backyards.
Yeah, because it was cut and used for barns a lot when Jesse's great grandfather came over.
Grandpa Jesse.
Grandpa Jesse was building the shit out of barns with American
We
chestnuts.
cut
right
down
then.
so much chestnut.
with an axe.
Yeah, with an axe.
Yeah.
That's exactly it. A saw.
Anyways, I think you were asking about the
Yeah, I was just
species
just
of acorns and stuff on your...
because we talk about it a lot in terms of where I'm at. Like if I find a really good red oak or black oak or white oak dropping over chestnut all day long, like I see more deer movement to those than I do kind of last. Martonic is like he said it's like the Sheets hot dog of the woods is the
That's
chestnut
prime.
oak,
Yeah.
which I love Sheets chili dogs,
See,
by the way.
To me, dude, that oak pattern is a very specific property, like that you can do that on. Certainly, like maybe in a big wood setting where if you have limited oaks and there's a cluster of them,
Mm-hmm.
maybe on that Wisconsin lease, we walk the whole thing. We're like, hey, here are the only...
Is yours like that, or
oaks
it's
that we
like the
found.
whole ridge is oaks?
Yeah, it's pretty large blocks. And,
Yeah.
and it's normally kind of the open areas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't like that. With a bow, I don't like that
Mm-mm.
because okay, this is a great spot. There's like feeding sign and trails, and the deer's 78 yards over there. Like,
Yeah.
great.
You see that probably
Well,
where you're at,
You
right?
just
In
gotta
that
find the pinch
fragmented
points
area.
on either side of it.
What's that?
That's what
Like
I do. That's why I'm in the
spotty
thick.
oaks.
There's probably 5 or 10 oaks on the whole farm.
That's what I'm saying. So like, if those are dropping, is it like the deer are there?
I don't think they're pin oaks,
Mm.
and
Yeah, they don't eat those, do they?
I hardly ever find acorns
Pin oak?
underneath them.
Pin oak
I
is a
look
white-
every
That's
year.
a white oak.
It's a tiny, really tiny acorn.
I look
though.
Small nut.
every year. I
Mhm.
go out there and
Shame.
look for acorns on the ground.
and nothing.
I haven't found one yet.
Wonder if they're like ornamental ones that aren't producing.
Could
nuts.
be.
Oriental.
Boy, we went down a bad hole here for a while. So yeah, I don't know.
Well,
Maybe
if you want to find some acorns, you can
Yeah,
come
give
to
you
my
some.
house.
Yeah, there's plenty of acorns along underneath the trees along the driveway up to the barnyard. I'm about
Yeah,
ready
yeah.
to just go fill up
Ah.
a bag and go dump them.
Yeah,
Well, dude, ours is like yours. We have...
think you can do that in
there's
Ohio
just-
legally. I don't see why not.
I know.
You can do whatever you want.
You could. In Ohio. You could.
I would hope so.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want. You can put hot dogs out for if you want. I don't, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, but ours is like that. Like, just we have oaks everywhere, and I just kind of disregard it. I mean, maybe if there's like a lone, you have those like
Right.
mother oaks that are out on the field edges and stuff. They'll catch those, but there's just too many to like base a pattern on.
Right.
I mean, I don't know the last time we had a discussion going into the season where you haven't had oak trees producing acorns. Whereas like I've had we talk about those big chunks of putting cameras. There's certain ones that are deserts.
Yeah.
Like if they're not producing acorns, there's no deer. There's no bear. There's no deer. They're just not there.
We've had a couple years with a terrible crop where it was, like there's a couple white oaks on my mountain that we couldn't all four of us put our arms together around it,
Mm-hmm.
and they were raining.
Yep.
And so there was obviously a heavy
Yep.
feeding going on around that. But even then, it's not like I'm catching. Here comes Larry the big buck at
Yeah.
7:30 in the morning.
It's not that patternable.
No.
Yeah.
I rarely target bucks off of the feed tree, as people call it.
So, what is the to go back to strategy? What's the strategy? What are
That's
you
what I was
looking
going to
for?
ask. Like
So
early in the season,
we've
what
covered,
are you doing
We've
then?
covered a little bit. Like, all right, we understand your oak situation. We understand
We get your oaks. You
yeah.
got all of them.
Understand the logging road situation. Understand the big woods there. You're only running 4 cameras, half of which may work from time to time. What's the what's the strategy? You're just
So in early season, I used to be a bed guy. In the mountains, their bedding is a little more sporadic.
Very much so.
Yeah, but I mean, I'll tell you straight up, I haven't killed one in early October on my mountain. Now I have had some close calls. I've had opportunities that could have developed if I was there the right day. With the right mindset going into it, just not there the right day.
And that's
kind of
being
scenario.
tight close to bedding?
Yeah. So, if he's in an area maybe one out of every 4 days. You got to take those odds kind of deal. And there's a couple pinches that I'd kind of located in one specific area that lead to feed and water, kind of just natural stuff that deer have to survive. And knowing that they're going to move at some point, a pinch point coming out of bedding.
Sure.
Really. And that also...
Scrape related?
No,
pinch
man.
point related.
Yeah, I haven't had really much daylight action on any scrapes. For years, I was like, oh, there's a scrape, and I'll hunt it. Just it hasn't happened. Not on the mountain.
So just pure movement.
Yeah.
And terrain or whatever funneling.
Right. And kind of having an understanding. One deer I was chasing, I knew he was coming up using the morning thermals that are falling to get into that piece that I was talking about on top of me. So I was just trying to catch him. The trick is I'm above him, so I have to catch my thermals dipping off the backside. Trying to, I play a pretty risky, aggressive game.
I was going to say.
And, I mean, like I said, I haven't killed one in early October yet, so
So you're trying to drop yours off the backside as it's rising up and he's catching.
Theoretically, that was my shot.
You're trying to give him as much advantage as possible without catching you.
Right.
They are different.
Fine line.
They're different deer, man, for sure. Like, I think it's like the interaction with humans, or like, deer that are more, I guess that's what it is. Like they encounter humans from time to time, or structures and stuff, versus like wilderness animals, which it sounds like is kind of more what you're hunting. Like those deer are not encountering. I mean, a lot of people hunting your lease and stuff, so I guess they do encounter people, but it's very, very remote.
It's remote, and I would bet if many people are seeing them, it's at a distance. So. Yeah, I would say they're pretty
versus like the farm related activities that you guys are
they're
probably
different. They're very different. Like for me, like North Dakota, honestly, the whitetails we hunt out there is the closest I can relate to like what you're doing, just because those animals, like,
they don't encounter people.
They just have a different thought process somehow. Like they're still the same animal. They still use pinch points and eat the same stuff, but they're just like I don't know what it is. Like they're a wilderness animal, and they.
Well, I mean, I look at it like even from a scent side, like.
I'm sorry. From a like a land standpoint too. Like the world is at their finger. Like they can go anywhere, as opposed to like what I'm calling more these deer that have encounter with humans or farm country type deer.
Well, we talk about that.
They're more like, here's what I have to work with. I'll do it at night, or I'll do it. In a strategic way versus. What?
Well, the farm country stuff we talk all the time, like, and it is what it is. Like, you guys are hunting a 20-acre block of timber. He's bedded in there. He's bedded in there.
Yeah.
There's nowhere else for him to be bedded.
Either that or a thick creek bank or something.
I'm looking at 2,000 acres, and I'm like, is he in one of these 12 beds today? Like, that's just how my mindset is. To your point, you were like, I got a bet on one of 4 days he's in there. Like, that is the odds.
That's mountain hunting. You got to take your chance. And like I said, it just hasn't happened for me in early October, where, as I was saying earlier, my strategy's kind of shifted more towards the rut, and I'm not necessarily targeting a specific deer, but a caliber of deer.
And just putting yourself in the likely travel corridor of those type of deer.
That's correct. And the deer I was hunting 2 years ago and the 3 years prior to that, I did end up getting my encounter with him in a similar scenario. So that worked out, that it happened to be him making the sign and all that. Kind of backtracking off of a camera through a thicket in a heavy corridor.
There is not to go backwards in our conversation, but there is a way through that camera journey, I believe. Like, and I'm not advocating for like run as many cameras as you can, but like in a situation like that, it's like, dude, that is invaluable information. And I'm hearing you talk about time with limited time to hunt and family and stuff, and it's like, okay, if there's 12 bedrooms and 12 bedding areas, like put a camera on every one. And I'm not saying like let it tell you where to go necessarily, but
yeah, because you'll be a step behind at that point, anyways.
But that is information, what I mean, to do with what you will. And we've all got caught up in like chasing and going this and that, but like I feel pretty confidently, and I mean, it's not that you won't have backslide at a certain point, but I feel pretty confidently. I run a lot of cameras, in a lot of different states and stuff. But I'm like just at peace with they are what they are. I'm running them mainly as inventory. I just want to know what's out there.
Sure.
And at a certain point, they will tell me things that will allow me to kill
Yeah.
them.
I've had it work for me the other way, and that's where I got married to that.
We all have. That's what I'm saying. That's
oh,
what I'm
yeah.
saying. There's a way through it.
Yeah.
You just got to keep going. You just got
That's
to push through it.
Yeah. The 2020, I shot that 154. It was like, I got a picture of him going to his bed on this day, you know, whatever with this scenario, did it again. I was like, okay, cool. Had my encounter with him. I botched that. That was on me. But I had my encounter with him using that data, and then I ended up killing him again. It was like, well, that's easy. That's deer hunt, you know? This is easy.
Yeah.
Went to the mountains, and it just blew my mind for 3 years. So, you know, I've changed my tactics a little bit there.
There's definitely a puzzle aspect of it on the mountains. Like I've had, just by probably luck, honestly, cameras that are what I would consider properties apart from how I'm hunting up there, pick up the same deer, especially in late October, early November. And then like your mind's really blown, because now I'm like, holy shit, like is he really over here or is he really over here? Right. And you have to break it down. And a lot of times that's coming in and finding sign. And I don't know, like up here, the deer densities are not like crazy. So if I find good sign or I find a good scrape or whatever, and I have had pictures around that he is in here, good chance that he's also making that sign at some point. Not saying I won't see other deer, but I'm not having the nose or eyes of 10 different deer coming into an area. Like if I see deer, chances are he's potentially one of them.
Yeah. We have pretty good population. On the mountain itself, there's definitely like the top is very doe heavy. And then I was catching right many bucks down in what I call the hellhole that no one else is going to. It sucks to get to. It sucks even worse to get out of. And at the very bottom, there's high density. So there's some middle ground there.
So
that's,
you're
that's
seeing
pretty vast.
quite a few deer on every hunt?
I wouldn't say. I mean, if I'm hunting up on the top of the mountain, kind of under that federal ground, yeah, I'll see right many does for sure, and younger bucks. Down below, I'll go hunts for sure without seeing deer. Some of those little areas I'm hiding in.
But that's because you're looking for him.
Right. Yeah, that's more of a specific.
Yeah.
I see that too. Just generally speaking, I think bucks use bottoms a lot more than they do even ridges. I mean, you know, we talked earlier about hogbacks and stuff, and during the rut when they're covering ground, they will go the most direct route, and sometimes that's the ridge up and over. But most of my mature buck encounter sightings, you know, in whatever, have been even in the nastier stuff than like we would expect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's kind of like, well, I don't know, there's this and there's that and there's like a logging road, but like, no, he'll take the ditch, literally, and they'll come up with their head, like, you know, thrashing the stuff to the side there. You know, where I shot the 11 last year was I guess a really good example of that.
Yeah.
Sneaking up the bottom there. And I think it has a lot to do with just, I think there's a safety component of, first of all, they can't be seen in the ditches. They will tolerate more annoyance of travel. So like to the comment of taking the easiest route, I don't think that applies to, I mean, maybe on certain, for a mature buck.
Sure. With pressure. If they have any kind of pressure on them, it'll make them.
For sure. But they want just the safest route. They want to be having contact with like thick brush on their, you know, sides at all
like the
points
buck that
and stuff.
I shot in 24, he was walking through some nasty honeysuckle. Yeah. And the only reason that I knew he was coming is because he was breaking shit with his antlers.
Yeah, you could just hear it coming.
Yeah. And they'll walk down them too. You know, like those ditches that we think, wow, they're crossing here somewhere. The mature one is walking the whole thing. Yeah, and he's popping his head up, and so he can smell everything in there. And it's like they can be really challenging to hunt. So like some of the best spots that I have found over the years have been intersection points of like, you know, where, okay, you can come up to a certain point where maybe it meets a saddle, right? Or, you know, whatever it is, you know, that's what you gotta find.
Yep. I got a spot where I had my encounter a couple years ago with the deer I was hunting a long time. It was literally an intersection that kind of opened up in a hole as big as your room here. It was really up close and personal. But, you know, I was backtracking little teeny scrapes off of his big scrape that he had out that was primarily nocturnal. And everyone was hunting out there. Yep. And I was using a camera on that guy, and he stopped showing up. So I was like, well, I'm going in, and I'm either going to blow him out of here for good or I'm going to kill him. And so I literally was crawling on my hands and knees with my .5 on my back, and was picking up these little scrapes every 20 yards. They're small, and some of them were still, leaves over them and whatnot. And as I got closer to the center of this thicket, the scrapes started opening up more and more and more. One of them had piss in it still. And then I got to an intersection of scrapes. Yeah, I was like,
yep,
yeah, he was
that's
here.
piss.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. Let me taste again.
Yeah.
I'll pee in it too. And yeah, got to this intersection. It was just like, this is it.
He's here.
Yeah, and there's like an even thicker section that I feel like he was coming out of, and set up. And yeah, I had an encounter with him an hour later. It was freaking sick.
I mean, dude, we talk about the mobile hunting side of things. Not that it's not important from a farm country, because honestly, I think you guys have more observation and can make more micro adjustments. But when you're talking about the mountain and he's bedding in 10 different places over the course of a week, having that ability to just pick up and go and get closer or make a move based on sign and or any type of sighting is insanely valuable.
Well, I can tell you as a primarily bow hunting in that scenario, just removing the fact of like, well, I got to stand on that ridge. I can go sit it. And literally scouting my way in every time.
Yeah.
There's no laziness that can be a part of the equation.
No.
And that has catapulted my success 100%. Like,
Who else said that to us? It was AJ.
Mm-hmm.
I said he pulled all
he
of
took
his.
that from me.
Really?
I'm just kidding.
He probably did. But seriously.
Well, and I didn't necessarily agree, but it was interesting. I hadn't heard that. He's like, I pulled all of my permanent sets, and I'm a way better hunter for it.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it was a sales pitch to my wife to get a Lone Wolf custom gear set up.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll just get rid of all these, and then I got
They
one.
made you pay
Now
for
I just
that?
have one.
This was early
Wait,
on.
you guys didn't?
Wait, what? But what I learned from that was, I used to like grab my coffee, I was hungover, whatever, grab my coffee and go to the ladder stand. It's like, I normally see deer there. But now, even mornings, I'll go in kind of gray light and scout. I have an idea where I'm going, but I'm still picking up things as I come in, and that'll make my adjustment.
HUNTR Podcast is brought to you by Hoyt.
Another year with Hoyt bows. I'm still in the aluminum. I'm shooting the AX3 this year. You're in the carbon.
RX10.
And again, man, Hoyt has just been so reliable for us year after year. Why would we go anywhere else?
Dude, I swear, they just keep making them better. Refining that Redworks model. And we had the honor and the privilege of getting these bows early this past season. So I think it was early November we got them in hand. Literally took it straight to the field, and I shot all 3 of my bucks last year with this RX10, and couldn't have been any happier with how it performed.
And they also keep getting simpler for us. This year we've got the XTS system from a tuning side, just a couple turns with the Allen wrench and shooting bullet holes through paper.
Get serious? Get Hoyt. You go gray light?
I do.
Yeah, I'm not a gray light guy.
Are you an early guy or just late?
Just
Super
on time.
early.
I just want to be
On
on. I
time.
want to be in my tree before gray light.
Yeah.
Is that, you think that's the difference between really having to play thermals and not?
No, thermals do change over time, but no, I think an encounter with deer in pure darkness versus gray light is very different.
Zach's just scared of the dark.
Yeah.
Well, that's fine. If that is the case,
Yeah.
We got chupacabras and squatches running
Yeah.
around the mountain.
we don't have anything, dude. We're in
Black
Ohio,
bears
man.
and
We're in good shape. We got
rattlesnakes.
nothing to worry about.
Yeah, we got rattlers.
Yeah.
I just maybe I had a few encounters with deer in gray light, and they were really bad. Like they don't like seeing you in gray light. But I've walked right up on them in the dark with a headlight, and they're just like,
Do you carry corn in your hand?
He does.
no.
In his
Should.
pocket.
You should.
Just in his pocket.
Have you not had that? Have you not seen that also?
No, yeah, I'll blow them out of there if it's the Oh yeah, like if
But
I'm
but
walking-
you're like, hey, I got to see what's going on. That's the trade off.
yeah,
Gray light.
yeah. So typically going in the morning, like I kind of have a clue. It's not always right. That's
It
where
also
you
takes
learn.
45 minutes to an hour to get to your spot. So like
Yeah,
if you don't
so-
time it right, it is gray light.
It's already gray light. Yeah, and I've had good hunts where I was straight up late too.
Yeah.
But I used to be that way, and there's nothing better than sitting in your stand with the sun coming up. I will say that's
Sure.
awesome. But I just gotten away from using headlamps for the most part, and
Why is that?
try to slip in. I don't know. I felt like other hunters would pick me up. I felt like deer would
Landowners.
pick me up. Yeah, landowners. Just started slipping in during gray light, and it hasn't. I don't know. Maybe it has busted some of my hunts.
I think there's a lot more grace in the big woods and gray light than there is in ag country.
Mm-hmm.
Like those deer typically are doing like they're coming from a long way off. They're making longer journeys in like the big woods side of things. So like if I have at least a remote idea of where I think they wanted to be that night, it may be 9:30 by the time they get back to me, 9:00. Versus like you're in close quarters.
Potentially, yeah.
Even if they're coming a long way from a field, it's an open field still.
I'm not doing that necessarily because I expect like the buck to be there as soon as I get in the tree. It's more just like I know I'll encounter other deer along the way, and
there is a chance that he is right on top of you.
There's a chance for sure.
I mean, he's probably one of the first ones to give him back, especially early season.
Potentially, yeah. I mean, situationally, yeah, you're not wrong. But it's just I noticed that the encounters I was having during gray light were like more severe. I felt like they were more impacted by seeing me in gray light than they were like very, very stark difference. Like I could walk up to these deer in the dark. I'm sure you've seen this, right? Or somebody has to have seen this. Like,
I've certainly had some. Like even
you shine your headlight on these does, and they're standing there 10 yards, and they just
look at you.
They don't care.
You
try to do that in gray light, they don't like that.
There is an interesting part, like from a deer vision standpoint, and I always get the rods and cones wrong, but at gray light in the morning and at dusk in the evening, their vision is the worst because it can't find the balance. Like for us, our vision is clearly the best during daylight and gets progressively worse.
Kind of like a trail camera pictures, I guess.
There's
that minute.
It's trying to figure out like, should it be a daylight picture? Should it be a dark picture? And it can't. Their eye adjustments from a vision standpoint, and maybe it spooks them more because like, they can't focus, right? Whereas once it gets like dark at night, then essentially, I think it's the cones that go, but they basically have better vision at night at that point.
Yeah, there's that. I think they just know. I think if they encounter a human at night, they just like historically, it's not that.
Well, it's not a threat.
Big of a problem.
I mean, besides poachers, how many times do they have negative impacts at night?
Exactly. And if they encounter someone during the day, they're like, that's a problem.
That's a problem.
I guess I've never really cared if it's not a deer I was hunting. I blow it out of there. Plus they're not all on, like, I could see in a farm setting where they're coming from the same food source or something, and you blow one, that kind of blows your hunt.
What if it is a deer you're hunting though?
Well, that sucks.
Not good.
Mean, it sucks.
Yeah, not good.
Can't be afraid to fail.
Yeah.
Well,
it's an aggressive hunt.
Yes,
I am aggressive. I push my scent probably, and not scent control. Like I don't really.
Yeah.
I sweat so bad. There's really no point.
Yeah. But you just you're either gonna kill them or screw it up.
Yeah, pretty much every hunt. And yeah, I mean, with that scent in mind, it's kind of like I only really think about the whole picture in terms of wind. I do play thermals to my, because that is something I can fathom. The wind in the mountains is super squirrely.
Oh yeah.
So I do factor the thermals into my plan and everything, and I do factor the wind in. That's not what I'm saying, but like if the wind, in my opinion, if the wind is right for me, it's probably wrong for him.
Mm-hmm.
So I just try to recognize that and worry about it when I get to my spot. I also I'll come down like the opposite side of a ridge where I think they're coming and then dip into my spot. But I'm really only thinking about the wind from, a setup perspective. When I get there, where should I set up according to where I think
you have the flexibility
coming,
there with your mobile setup,
right?
To be like, I need to be on this side versus this side.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, and same thing applies with my access coming in with light and all. I'm not gonna walk through. If I'm pretty sure he's gonna be in a core bedding area, I'm not just gonna blow through that.
Sure.
At gray light or anything, but. Yeah.
But if you're just walking a ridge to get to the spot,
it's kind of like if I blow a deer out, then I'm not really concerned.
Mm-hmm.
They're not together anyway. If I blow the buck I'm hunting out, that sucks.
Yeah. Game over.
Yeah, I learned something.
Yeah, he was there.
He was there.
Well, dude, when did you get hooked up with like the custom gear guys, or start hunting from one, or?
So yeah, 2019 when they first released them was the first year I bought an old Alpha stand. And I thought that was pretty cool. What I didn't think was cool was the system in general as a whole. with the stick quiver and like a bunch of bungees.
It sucked.
It sucked.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, why are all these guys on the TV shows pumping this stuff when this is a 40-pound
Yeah.
block of shit?
Yeah.
So in my mind right then and there, I was thinking about ways to make it better.
I
Well,
liked
then-
the stand.
Oh, it was a great stand.
The stand was great.
Sticks,
The
but
system
and the
was-
sticks were
transport,
great. I was like,
It's terrible.
I
Am I
still.
supposed to use this plastic thing still, or is it just how they came?
Yeah. It was
What?
terrible.
Can you answer that? Was the plastic part supposed to be a part of the system?
Yeah, the stick quiver is what that
See,
was
I
called.
was stacking the sticks.
That was much better. Yeah. the
That was
stick
also
quiver
an
was
option,
crap.
though, right?
The stick quiver was not good, and that was not Andre's design.
Okay.
Because I told him that was crap. He's like,
Yeah.
yeah, it was crap.
Yeah, yeah.
But I was sometime that year that I had that stand, I went on Facebook, one of the classifieds page, and somebody posted, Lone Wolf stand, $450. I was like, this dude's smoking crack. I just bought one brand new for $250. And then, so obviously I was that a-hole that commented, was like, are you kidding me? That's price gouging like a mofo.
Mhm.
And he's like, no, this isn't an alpha. This is something else. So I started looking into it, and I was like, holy crap, that's
This
all
is something else, bro.
Yeah,
it's something
you gotta
else.
check this out.
next level.
Who is this Cody DeQuisto?
Courtney
This is some new shit. You gotta check
Yeah.
this out.
So then I saw that, and I looked into it, and I watched the videos, and I was like, this solves all
This
the things
is-
I was talking
yeah.
about. Clearly, I'm not going to be a millionaire after all, because somebody already did it.
yeah.
But, so that was 2019. So that was the first year I jumped on with them. And yeah, because the year 2020, I was already signed up and filming for Addictions when I killed that deer.
Mm-hmm.
And that was all just a really cool, genuine story. I bought one first or second hand. Really liked it. I bent one of the little seat tabs. I don't know how I did that.
You're a strong
When
guy.
When I called about getting it fixed, Andre answered the phone, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And from there, we were talking back and forth over the phone, and he kind of picked up the idea that, all right, maybe I am a retard, but I at least can work with my hands and do some cool things. So he asked me if I had any modifications I'd done to my stand, and I told him how I was kind of connecting the sticks to the stand, and the J-hooks were made in that first phone call.
You're shitting me.
Nope.
So you are one of the mastermind behind J-Hook?
Mine was slightly different, but on that phone call, we sorted it out.
I'm
how
not
we were gonna
not to fluff you, because you're not, a guy who needs fluffing. As probably one of the most impressive designs that I think the entire custom gear system has.
It tied it all together.
From a system standpoint, not just individual, but from a system standpoint.
And so where Jeremy's coming from is we hunted with the custom gear stuff for at least a year, 2 years.
Yeah, almost 2.
Without them. Maybe they came in the package or something, but we didn't know what they were for. So we just, yeah. And the sticks, I'm trying to remember. They just the strap.
Well, we
You
had
still
the
needed
we had
bungees
the,
and
we
stuff,
had the
basically.
original tuning fork type sticks first.
Yeah.
Then we got the single step.
Yep. So
sticks.
so they would like strap together.
Yeah, we
and
just
we used
strapped
a
them
strap
on.
to hold them down and stuff. But they would clank a little bit, and they were there, and we're like,
We had hockey tape all over the damn place, and we're still
Yep.
clanking.
we probably thought we were pretty great at the time with this. We're like, but then it was Lyshan who was like, saw them sitting on our desk or something, was like, yeah, dude, these are. And
He's like, you don't have the J hooks? We're like, what are those? He's like, oh, you just. I'm like, what?
and it changed the whole setup. Yeah, we were like,
There's literally like 9 packs on my desk right
Oh,
now.
and you can throw it off the back of a truck, and it's not going to.
It's unbelievable.
And it's so simple. So that was our first phone call together.
Hey, nice job.
Thanks, man.
nice, yeah.
Nice job.
Yep.
Yeah, that's good.
Did you get a bonus for that?
Yeah, no.
He's like,
Well, I
get a-
wasn't even on the team. This was the first phone call.
He's like, first idea is free to us.
So it wasn't long after that, I joined Whitetail Addictions. That was kind of the only staff they had at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mobile Hunters United was created, and I was one of the moderators or admins for that. And it's just over the course of, now it's been 7 or 8 years, it's turned into a pretty big relationship that's impacted my life.
Now you're
Now
like
I'm
their
here.
gear guy, right?
Now I'm the gear tard.
Yeah.
And you don't work for custom gear, right? You help run the shows and like would.
Well, I'm not full-time for custom gear, but I do work for custom gear part-time.
Doing mainly trade shows.
Gear.
No, not even. Yeah,
Gear
it's
reviews type
more.
stuff.
I handle product support. I've helped with staff. I've helped with Like the tech tips and some social media stuff. Kind of just the floater.
Jack of all trades, you might say.
That's right. Master of none.
Right on. Very cool. How about you, Jesse? When did you start hunting with a?
That's actually a kind of a long story.
We're here for it. It's a podcast.
Should I pour you some
So-
bourbon? Should I pour you some bourbon? Hey, that competition is until Saturday, by the way. There's a day in between.
I know.
Just so you know.
I'm holding out.
He's going to be in peak foot. I'll say this.
I'm going to have one for you.
Don't lose.
Oh, I know.
Oh, dude, if you don't
Pressure's
have
on.
bourbon and lose,
Pressure's on.
this will be the last podcast we ever do with you.
But so in 23, I was chasing a buck, and kind of like Zach was saying with the cameras, I kind of let them dictate how, when, and where I would hunt, and I just got my ass kicked. And I was trying to be mobile with. I had
The family farm, you're hunting a river bottom?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I had a set of mobile sticks and a big game lock on,
Oh, yeah.
and I'm sure you can imagine
done it.
how
Oh, yeah.
We've done it. We've been there.
Yep.
And so that season passed. I never saw that deer.
Took you a season to put that thing together as well.
Yeah, no kidding. But never saw that deer on the hoof from the stand. And for some reason, I got the bright idea, I'm going to start saving up for a new bow because I want an 80-pound Hoyt. And
You better watch Jared talk about it too much.
but so I started saving up money for that bow, and around August time frame in 24, I was like, how's a brand new bow going to help me be mobile and get on big mature deer? And the answer was easy. It's not. So I took the $500-600 I had saved up, and I bought the Ranger.
Mm-hmm.
And that was probably the best season I had so far in 24. I went from not seeing that deer on the hoof to seeing him at 400 yards. First time I sat for him. Second time he was at 200. Third time was 8 yards. Shot him.
That's how it works.
And so,
Are you hunting out of saddle?
yeah. So I primarily saddle hunt.
What saddle do you run?
Latitude.
Mm-hmm.
The Method 2.
Meth head?
Yes. No.
Have you been running that for a while? Several years now?
Yeah, so I've had that saddle for 3 years, since 23.
Had you saddle hunted before that?
No, but I went to a tech school in high school for 2 years, and I did forestry, so I spent a lot of time in a saddle cutting a tree down from the top down, and so I'm very comfortable in a saddle, and it was kind of like riding a bike. I jumped right into it, and
So like 20. That was the same year you killed that deer.
mm-hmm.
It was your first time mobile hunting out of that.
Yeah.
Ranger.
Out of the Ranger.
The Ranger. Yeah, sorry, and first year with a saddle, right? And before
second,
that was just
second year with the saddle.
oh. What was the year before? You just ran a Latitude platform or something?
No, that was my big game lock on year.
With a saddle.
Trying
Wow.
to be mobile
What do you mean?
with. I had a big game lock.
What do you mean?
I didn't really use it as a saddle. It was kind of like
Just
my
a big
harness.
platform.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because I
That's dumb.
didn't like there was,
Okay, is what I was thinking.
when I started looking for my tree stand platform, whatever. I had, I hated knee pads. I wore them a couple of times in the summer scouting some deer, and I hated them.
Mm-hmm.
And so, that Ranger took the need for the knee pads away. I don't have to take them in my pack with me.
So what do you have?
The-
You have the seat
Yeah,
on
so
pad.
that it's got that seat post on it, and I just
Mhm.
flip the seat pad on the opposite side
Yep, that makes
that you
sense.
sit on, and that's my knee pad.
Mhm.
So it's something out of my bag that I don't have to worry about, and I can still sit down if I want to. I did sat down in it last year for probably 12 hunts,
Mhm.
like a normal
just like
tree
a normal
stand.
lock on.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and just use my saddle as, right here at my waist.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
yeah.
The saddle thing isn't it makes sense from like the tree cutting aspect of things. I know we've tried it briefly, and it's just like
How heavy is the custom gear guys on the saddle stuff? Like of the staff members and stuff, is
Oh.
it like 50-50?
No, I would say it's probably like 20%.
yeah, there's only a couple.
Are running
And
saddles?
Most of them, well, like I run a hybrid style, but I'm never actually leaning like a saddle, but I use a saddle as my harness.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of us doing that.
Are you hunting
Just
out of a
using
Ranger as
waist.
well?
No, I use the 0.5.
Okay.
I would say that's strictly using like the fixed platform with a
Mhm.
saddle is probably just a handful of guys.
And is that just preference of having like a waist harness versus full?
Yeah, well, hunting in the mountain, I'm changing layers.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, you're sweating your balls off.
Sweating my balls off, and then
Yeah, that
then
makes
I'll
sense.
freeze.
Yeah. So
So-
just having to
Do they still make a lower
harness?
appendage harness, like
Probably.
with a strap from your back, like that would connect to like your tailbone?
Yeah, that's a death sentence. So I think
because
that
you'll flip,
Yeah,
right?
that's what
Top
they say.
I
You don't think you and I could flip ourselves up?
I don't know.
I mean,
You'd
think-
like to think so.
They say
but then
that there's
put
only
yourself-
a certain
I've
amount of
heard
seconds
that.
that you're upside down before the blood rushes to your head and you pass out.
Well, yeah, maybe if you're knocked out,
and
that
you get
would
shocked. Like it's not. I think if I could control my fall,
you'd
I'd
have to be
fine.
you'd have to be unconscious for it to kill you, which
Yeah.
is possible.
Right.
I did buy a new harness the other day.
Did you?
I bought one of those Malta ultralights that AJ was talking about. They're the guys who do like they're linemen, so they're like
Mhm.
they make them for like true safety, but they have now a hunting ultralight
That's
one.
smart.
It's
Nice.
really nice.
You like it?
Yeah, it's got some more padding than I thought, like from an ultralight standpoint, but
Shoulder pads.
shoulder pads.
Sick.
Yeah, in case I have to hit somebody.
Yeah.
But
Dude, they should definitely make like a harness that comes
Yeah.
with shoulder pads.
Shoulder
under.
just flop them. But yeah, it's nice. Fits good. I
cool.
needed an update from my Muddy's like 10 years old, so I don't even know if it would hold me if I fell out anymore. It'd probably just snap.
Yeah.
So, but I did buy one.
Cool.
It's nice.
I don't lean much, like really get in and lean into my saddle like a lot of guys do.
Yeah.
I'm kind of vertical.
I mean, Rendell slept in his for 3 nights. Like, how do you do that?
Nah.
That's not.
I assume he's got that thing that comes up around underneath. So
He does. Well,
He also is like
they're-
5 feet off the ground and he's 7 foot tall. So
I think they're like workout bands he brought to put under his arms and stuff.
like the actual resistant bands.
Yeah.
I feel like parts of my body would fall asleep.
Yeah, what do your legs do?
I think he just.
Your legs don't fall asleep at some point?
I'm
Nah,
pretty
they-
sure he's like
they-
touching the
they
ground.
They must.
That sounds horrible.
Yeah, it doesn't sound. 3
I'd
nights
sleep on the ground.
to the point of like what we are just talking about. I can't imagine that that's worse than walking in and out from the stand.
Yeah, you're sitting there breathing and farting all night.
Yeah, they're just walking underneath you. You're like,
Yeah.
What's up
He's
with
in-
that guy?
he's a large man as well.
Yeah.
But that's what he thought.
Sorry.
Distracted.
Well, I bring it, and it's not to pick on you or anybody that's saddle hunt, but I always like I want to know. Like I'm always trying to find the advantage or what it is, and I just can't.
I don't think it. I don't
if
think
you're hunting like
anybody
out of a
has
tree
an
stand and it's just like,
advantage.
oh, it's a preference to like having a full harness on. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
That makes sense.
get
I
it.
don't think that I have an advantage over tree stand guys with harnesses. It's just I prefer to use a saddle over.
Why?
over-
What about it?
I don't like having the shoulder straps, and it's kind of I walk in with just my base layer on top, and then I got to put
It's a huge pain in the ass.
The
for
layers.
sure.
huge. Yeah,
Okay.
it's very easy
That
to
I
just
can get
loosen
on
up
board
my
with.
saddle up a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
put my flannel on, my vest, tuck it in, tighten it up.
Mm-hmm.
Do you hunt
Ready
on
to
the backside of the tree? Like if you think they're going to be like on a field edge or whatever?
Yeah,
you
you
set
You're
Or-
using a tree as
or
a
s-
blocker.
or slightly off to the side.
Yeah. See, I like that aspect of hiding behind the
You
tree.
do?
I do, but I don't.
See, I mean,
don't do
I've
it.
always.
I like in the concept of saddle hunting. That's the only thing I can think that
I
Which
like the
makes
concept
sense.
of it. Yeah.
I like the concept of that. But the first time I got a saddle, it was a situation I'd hunted with my hang-on several times. And it was a great setup.
Pull that mic up on you, Stash.
Up to the stash.
You can grab it right here.
Yeah, grab it by the balls, pull it up.
Oh, there we go.
There it is.
All right.
I got it.
It was a situation that I'd hunted with my hang-on quite a bit, and it was an awesome setup. Put the saddle in it, and immediately it was like I'm now unable to shoot the whole direction that I was hunting
Mhm.
before because there's branches and vines, and I have to turn my big ass around on an 8-inch by 8-inch platform.
Yeah.
That threw me off. I know that people make it work and have the setup. You know,
Well, it's like opposite.
It's different.
From that standpoint. You have to look at everything opposite.
Reverse.
So instead of being on a tree, reverse. Like instead of being on the
whereas I like to have as much cover as possible.
Agree.
Really, to effectively have a shot with a saddle, I think you almost have to have a circumcised tree,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So or at
With
least
less
on
cover is what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you have to be
No
able to get
protection,
around.
you might say.
Yeah, raw dog, a tree,
No shield.
no shield.
I mean, for me, it's just always been, I grew up using the tree behind me to break up my outline.
Yeah.
And so I feel more secure against the tree with, branches and stuff breaking up my outline than I do looking at the tree and using that as like a blocker between me and the deer.
Right.
Firmly get it. Like that makes complete sense. Like they can't see through the tree.
Yeah.
But I also feel like I'm moving as they're moving, and I don't like that.
Yeah.
See, I'm always in the cover because even on like the permission pieces that I have, nobody takes care of their woods, and the honeysuckle is outrageous. So there's always honeysuckle somewhere,
Just like a
from
ball
the
of it
ground
up there.
Yeah, from the ground to 10 foot,
Yeah.
and that's where I hunt.
So you're low.
I'm low. I shot my buck this year 3 foot off the ground.
Yes.
Oh,
So-
wow.
Are you doing
And-
that?
I killed my buck at 3 feet.
No shit.
That's the money spot.
Yeah. So and it just
Wow.
depends on like
I killed 3 last year at 18 feet.
There you go.
like if
I
the
think
tree-
that's the funny spot.
if the tree's leaning away from where I think the deer's gonna be,
Mhm.
Obviously I'm gonna put my Ranger on the side that it's,
Yep.
and I can't have my back towards the deer. Well, then I'll
Yeah.
just sit in it like normal stand.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
Makes
the cool
sense.
thing about the Ranger is
It
It really
acts
is
as that.
versatile,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Super versatile.
Next staff-wide question: how many staff members are hunting at 3 feet?
Not probably.
yeah. No, it's not much, and it's situational. Like
I mean,
I don't
Cody's
choose
low,
3
right?
feet.
Only
right?
the real ones.
Yeah.
Only the real. No, I didn't choose 3 feet specifically. It was
Right.
like
I'm
I
a cover.
analyzed the situation. It was like, well, I really can't get up above 8, so I sat where there was some kind of cover.
Right.
Some
and not
back cover.
Yeah, so I call it 2 tiers of cover.
Okay.
Right. So you got kind of the cover around the tree, like you were talking
Mhm.
about. That's something to break your body up,
Mm-hmm.
and then more of the backdrop scenario, so you're not getting skylit. So I was
Yeah.
on the top of the mountain, and it was November 11th, so there was not much in the way of upper leaves.
Mm-hmm.
So what I was using for that backdrop cover was more of the briars and laurel thicket. That was
Because you
only-
were low.
correct.
That makes sense.
So that
and you were thinking they were looking up the hill.
right. So there was a scrape below me, but more importantly, the trail and fresh leaves that were kicked up was below me. So
Mhm.
when I crossed their trail and I looked at a tree, it was like, I got to be right here in this spot.
And they'll lose you.
And
in
that deer looked at me at 10 yards.
I
and
had
just
no
looked-
idea.
Yeah. I mean, I hope he didn't. That would be a pretty dumb mistake if he did.
Damn.
That's like the morning that I killed. I was 6 foot up, and if I would have been at 3, for some reason, right underneath the honeysuckle, there's like a two
How about your
foot.
feet at 3 versus 6?
Huh?
Your feet, like the platform at 3 versus 6? Is that what you're
Yes,
saying? Okay.
Yeah. There's like a 2 foot gap in the honeysuckle. If I
Mhm.
was at 3 feet that morning, he would have been able to see my outline because of that gap.
You've been skyline
But at
basically.
6 foot, the honeysuckle leaves behind me was able to break it up.
Mm.
And then at 3 feet, I was basically wrapped.
And both of it, yours was at 10 yards, give or take?
I shot him at 4.
And yours was,
20.
yeah. So, I mean, that's close.
It
That's
was-
like grab
it
his
was
ant
too
and,
close,
and
dude.
jig him.
Thought about it.
Yeah. That'd been awesome. Really cool.
That was too close.
And that's because there's definitely part of that and again, it's a deer vision thing of like at 20 yards for sure lost you, at 4 or whatever. Like,
Right there.
I mean, he had to have seen. Do you wear a face mask?
I didn't even have face paint that day.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing.
Yeah. Well, I don't
But
either
I
anymore.
was looking.
Like, because, he had to have, and again, it's probably too fast, but at some point, peripherals, whatever, he saw you.
Well, so I let him get by me.
Mhm.
I didn't move a muscle from 20 yards.
Because he's
until I
almost
shot.
coming at you.
He was walking straight to me. I grunted. This is the first year I've ever grunted in my life.
Oof.
And he turned around and sprinted straight to me, looked at me at 20 yards, and then stopped at 10 yards again and looked, because he was looking for something that grunted, right?
Sure.
And that's the benefit of being in the thicket. It was like the perfect
He's
scenario.
trying to look
He was looking
through.
through the thicket trying to find whatever grunted.
Yeah.
And coincidentally, he was looking right at me, which he was correct on.
He's
who
like,
grunted.
that sure shit didn't grunt at me, right?
That tree didn't grunt.
That's a giant mushroom.
A burl. Yeah, and so I didn't move. I was watching him through my camera filming,
Yeah,
and
don't make eye
holding my
contact
bow.
with
Yeah,
them.
hell no. I wasn't looking up. I was looking straight down and just trying to keep my eyes closed and look at the camera and watch it unfold.
It's
And
difficult.
dude, yeah, I mean, I wasn't sure if I was going to have to do like a quick, frontal shot or something crazy. I wasn't sure. I didn't want to, but yeah, I've been practicing just letting it play through
Mm-hmm.
and don't rush things because that's when you really mess up. But yeah, at 5 yards or whatever, he cut an angle downhill to go towards that trail to get into that thicket. And I let him get just beyond me and then made a quick snapshot basically with the old 86-pound RX-8.
Dude, and that is, we talked about this, I don't know, a few podcasts ago of how many people draw early.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm going to draw early and hold,
No.
and I'll just wait for him. Like, in that scenario, can you imagine how long you were holding? Like, let's say he turned his head for a second at 20 yards,
Can't
and
do
you
it.
drew, and you're like, okay, I'm ready. And then how long it took for him to develop a shot for you.
Well, not only that, I would have, most people, when that happens, they like follow the deer with their bow. That wouldn't have worked, dude.
No, he saw you moving.
My bow would have been damn near touching him. So yeah, it definitely worked out, and I just was patient and didn't freak out amazingly.
So a lot of weird things that go through your head when you have a big buck that close. Like you're saying, you're almost like, I'm looking at him on the screen, so I'm not looking at him, so he
Right.
knows I'm not looking at. Like you're just playing this. Like, does he see me? Every reaction he does, yeah. Like, and just waiting for him to do something to give you the opportunity. It's you almost feel helpless in those situations because you're just like,
I was pretty sure it wasn't going to work.
Yeah,
Let's be real.
because I mean, it's so close.
Yeah. I did not. That didn't go down how I wrote the script.
Rarely does.
Yeah.
I would say here would be my rebuttal. I am, with a very open mind, I am very skeptical of the low hunting. I think, and I told this to Cody, and I'm sure we'll have a conversation again tomorrow.
Probably.
Because he's big on it. And from a challenge standpoint, I think it is that.
Oh, and that's part of it.
I think it's definitely a challenge, and it's cool. It's very cool that.
Saying it's more challenging to be low.
Yeah, I personally, that's what I think.
I would agree with that. I don't think many people would argue with that. You're closer to the animal.
Well, I think these guys, and there's a handful of guys that would say, "Hey, you have an advantage of being at that height."
I don't think it's an advantage. I think what it creates is thinking outside the box and reevaluating how you're setting up. Because when I had my climbers and all, or even back when I had 4 climbing sticks, it was always how high can I get?
Yeah,
I'm gonna get
nosebleed.
myself between this branch and whatever. But now that I'm using 2 sticks, it's like, okay, where can I tuck myself in that actually
from a cover standpoint.
You only take
cover.
2 sticks with you.
I take 2 with the cableators on them.
That's all I do as well.
So you have the ability to get how high?
If I'm stretching, I can get 15.
Okay.
With the cableators on there.
Cableators, and that's stretching. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, that's being pretty limber.
Yeah.
But it definitely 12,
Yeah.
15
Well,
if I
see,
want to.
I never had that mindset of getting super high. I had a good teacher. My uncle was always just like, "Hey, it doesn't really matter, just wherever has
Yeah.
the best cover," kind of a thing. And that stuck with me. And it might be 12 foot, 10, 12 foot. That's generally about as low as I get to, whatever.
Typically, I will say I'm typically in that 8 to 12.
Mm-hmm.
Is where I find good cover. But this unique situation,
Yeah.
and that's what I'm saying.
I'm for it. I'm not saying there wouldn't be a situation where I
I mean,
wouldn't
we've
do
sat
it
on the
either.
ground and killed it.
Yeah, yeah.
What Cody's mindset taught me was to just kind of like analyze the situation and
Look at it
and
from a
think
deer's
outside
level.
Yeah.
right, and think outside the box.
I'm for that. Like, don't feel like, hey, you have to be a certain height. You have to be,
If you're not hunting 3 feet, you're gay.
Yeah.
or on that end of it either. Yeah.
I mean, there's definitely, especially if we're thinking about like the East Coast side of things, like a deer besides us doesn't have any threat at a high level, right? It's not like there's mountain lions jumping at the tree.
Humans.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Besides us, like, what else are they fearing at an elevation from a threat standpoint?
That's a potential advantage. Like, if they associate humans, hunters being in trees, and you're low.
Yeah, but I
Well,
mean, I think that's got to be a small minority.
depending
of
on
deer.
where you're at.
I
Yeah.
have heard at these road shows Pennsylvania
They walk around
specifically,
looking up. Yeah.
all the people are like, no, we got to get 30 feet up. We got to get 30 feet up. And I'll tell you why. It's because deer around here, they walk around looking for people in trees. It's like, and Cody literally said, so wouldn't you want to be below that then? Oh.
Yeah.
But, you know,
I agree.
I'm not sure that that's how it goes down.
I don't think it
but
is.
in that exact argument, it was pretty funny.
how many times does a deer have to encounter a human in a tree stand before they're like acutely aware that that's
Well, they
a
didn't
threat?
die.
Dude,
That's what I'm saying. Like they may have not liked it, but they survived. So is it really a threat to them?
Right.
HUNTR Podcast is brought to you by Bushnell.
Man, what an iconic brand. I mean, I vividly remember growing up, it seemed like every serious deer hunter had a Bushnell pair of binoculars or a Bushnell rifle scope. You knew that those guys were serious about what they were about to go with if they were packing the Bushnell stuff.
No doubt, man. I remember bone collector guys and so many others that we've respected over the years. It's always been like your grandpa's rifle scope. And since then, obviously, they've developed so many great products. We're rocking the R series of binoculars this year. I believe it's the R5 10 by 42s. Those have been awesome. We took those to TAC a couple weeks ago, along with the broadhead rangefinder. It's got a ton of technology packed into it for angles and and for bow hunters ultimately. So that's been awesome.
Yeah, and I think one of the biggest things, we've talked about this with a lot of the brands we're working for, is we want high quality gear that's affordable. And that's exactly what Bushnell's trying to position here. They want to make really good gear that anyone that's serious about deer hunting can afford. And so most of those R5 series binos that we're talking about are under $300 for unbelievable glass.
No doubt. And so for right now, you can use code HUNTR, HUNTR, to get a discount on the Bushnell website. That's bushnell.com. I got to tell you here, quick partner plug, and I know you guys both wear Osseo.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. And Joe's an awesome guy. It's good stuff there. We run the Predator for the most part.
Yeah.
And like what we like about it, what drew us to it originally before we were even partners, is it's a breakup pattern. It has a lot of, what would you call it?
White space.
White space, negative space. Like it's basically.
It's right there behind you.
There you go.
Yep. And so.
I know you couldn't see it because I'm in it.
Good one, Jeremy. Yeah. So unlike, and so there's the old school like ASAT. I think there's been a handful of others that have like taken that approach to where it's like it's a very negative space type of a pattern. I can genuinely say, like, and we hunt, our range is 12 to 18, 20 feet for the most part. Like, and there've been a few times where we've strayed. We wore Sitka for a couple years.
That's probably the most one.
There may have been another one in there, but like, I felt my anecdotal experience was like, dude, in this Predator here or in a breakup pattern, I'm confident anybody with a breakup type pattern like that could do it. They just like they can't see you like
because it's got more back open skylight.
It's almost built for us to be skylight.
Yeah, it was certainly designed around being up in a tree
because it has that white space, it has that negative space to see that it's just like.
That's what so many people miss. Like you had real trees and mossy oaks, and like run down the list of camo patterns that look like all of it is woods and twigs and this and that. Yeah. And the reality is like we're a guy up in the skyline most times, even though we try to prevent it. And we have had so much success with that pattern. Like, dude, they freaking cannot see you. They just look through you, and it's like it's probably what you would experience with a more wooded pattern on the ground.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, I was going to give Osseo a plug on this experience.
Sure, please do.
And it'll be, my episode comes out tomorrow, actually, or Sunday.
Oh.
But, yeah, you can see the deer look straight at me, and I was in a situation where that Osseo pattern, it was up against the bark and, like, up against the wood behind me.
So you wanted to blend into that background.
And I'm not even, like, the biggest, camo 100% kind of guy.
Neither are we.
But
frankly,
like I can't say that it didn't work in that case.
Sure.
Very surely was part of the success.
Starkly different it is from that 3 to 10 foot mark and then the 10 foot and up mark. It's like you almost need a different camo pattern for each.
I think you do.
Or you picked a hunt at one.
It's no different than wear like a breakup pattern like that in a box blind or a ground blind where it's black around you. Like, why would you do that?
Right. Well, exactly. In a blind, for sure, you need black.
I think it very much is like you should be thinking about that. And I know people are gonna be like, "Well, you're over analyzing it."
No,
you should be thinking about that per the deer level of what is behind. What are you trying to sink yourself into so that you just disappear?
Yeah. No, I mean, I think if you're genuinely concerned about blending in, that is a huge factor.
Like, am I gonna wear that sitting on the ground turkey hunting?
No.
I'm not gonna.
I mean, you might.
I mean, turkeys are dumb, but like you would see me, right? Like
Yeah,
I'm not disappearing into the skyline at that point. But
Right.
at 18 feet, yeah, for sure.
Yep, that makes sense.
Yeah, I think that's. I don't know. I mean, they're definitely. I think that as you start to look at those kind of scenarios, like it's been what I mean, probably before we met Cody, but hearing more and more people hunting on the lower side of things, and that's
I don't
not
hear about it a lot. There's
besides
you
like,
guys have a niche thing going there.
Besides climbing up in like the 6-foot homemade ladder stand that like my dad built, like, but you know, and that was just because we weren't going any higher, right? There's not really a group that is like defined itself to say like we hunt low and we believe in that and we're effective at it. Besides,
you said besides these.
These,
no,
guys.
yeah, it's you guys.
Yeah.
I mean, Rendell's not in that group, but he's
Rendell's
doing
done
that.
some of that too, I guess. Yeah.
Some of the saddle guys.
Rendell dabbles with us.
Yep.
Rendell's got a custom gear.
Oh,
He got a.
He dabbles.
He's a big dude.
Which
we
one
were
does he have?
chatting from way back.
0.75?
I don't know.
He should
Couldn't
be.
tell you.
I don't know if he hunts out of that like as his go-to or not, but
I don't know anymore. I haven't talked to him in a while, but yeah, I know
he's been coming out doing some PA stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
He's got a. Never mind.
Apparently he knows of a big deer in PA.
I was gonna say it.
Yeah. We won't say how big, but who knows?
He kind of sticks out in the crowd, so it's not like he can just blend in with the rest of the hunters.
Who knows?
Figure and be like, there he is. Let's see where he goes.
Well, what are you guys looking at for this year? You guys got, well, you were showing me earlier, you got a good 5-year-old target there, which is awesome. That's on the main farm there?
No, it's not. So
No?
that's actually over on a permission piece primarily that I just got this summer.
Tell Jeremy, what's your record in Kentucky for
0-36.
knocking on doors?
For knocking on doors.
You said 32, I thought.
No,
36.
4 more.
It went 4 more since he's been here.
I've been texting 4 more.
Well, dude, I think part of that, and don't get me wrong,
36.
I really love the area that you were just in, that you were telling me about. That's a tough area.
Yeah,
'Cause
there's
jerks.
a lot of.
You're
there
close
was
to
a
the
lot of-
1%ers.
There was a lot of no's due to
Outfitters?
yes,
Yeah.
and leasing.
Yeah, a ton of them there.
Mm.
If you come over towards my area, it's a little bit easier. It's like what Zach's hunting though, so it's not as fun, but
But
there's more
now,
opportunity.
up here in Ohio, I'm like 0-25.
Really, as the farmer's son.
Well,
even.
I've been getting out of our county
Gotcha.
and trying to get further away from the farm to try and, get some more eggs in my basket.
I like the strategy of being able to introduce yourself as a neighbor. That's a strong start.
Now
as a farmer.
I've gotten
Even I'll extend that to like 5 miles.
I've gotten a few maybes just because they're like, oh well, you don't live too far away from me, even
Exactly.
though I'm 30 minutes away from home, knocking on a door. They're like, oh yeah, I know where
Right down the road.
Yeah, right.
You know, so and so.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, use the farmer aspect with that guy in Kentucky, and if he wasn't going to go the Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife route,
Yeah,
think you had
I
it
just
in.
It's a
try
really
to-
dude. The amount of no's you're getting surprises me because you're
I
a
probably
good
just
looking,
don't know how
very
to talk.
respectable kid, and you're like
Yeah.
a farmer for a living. Like, how do you say?
Well, and that's what
How
I
do you
just-
say no?
I
How do you say
introduced
no to that?
myself as, my name's Jesse Mitchell. I'm a local farmer or whatever. Doesn't help.
they probably don't want you to steal their wife, is what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it
Concerned.
probably is, or their daughter.
It's the Lego hair.
Concerned. It's the Lego hair. He does
Yeah.
have like, when you look at Lego figures,
yeah,
they have
Like
that just-
perfectly
that perfect
snaps
hair that
on.
just snaps on. That's what he's got.
yeah.
I
That's
just
probably
put
what
on-
does
put
it.
on
They're
every
like,
day.
Not what I got.
How old are you, Jesse?
27.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, they're all thinking you're going to steal their wife. Even the Amish probably.
Well,
Yeah.
Poor Amish.
Yeah, I mean, that's what happens.
Well, Jeremy's right. I want to believe that you're just in a tough area, probably a tough part of the state.
But
I
dude,
mean,
that's every area though. Like, I mean, at least in
Hey, I'm
Ohio-
2 for 2 in PA.
Yeah, that's because nobody wants to come hunt here.
Well,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe you're in the wrong area.
But like in Ohio, I mean, I know you've got connections, but I mean, like how many other you've got turkey
hey,
permissions.
I'll tell you what.
That's a good start to maybe
Yeah.
use. Like even though they're stupid and nobody wants to kill them, Just be like, hey, can I come turkey? And they're like, there's no fucking turkeys here.
Sure,
Like,
yeah,
go ahead, have a. And then that's your,
Yeah, I
then
plan,
get to shoot.
plan on going back to some of these properties like March timeframe. Just ask me if I can go pick up some sheds.
There you go.
And just-
Sheds is a good end.
Be
Yeah,
like, man,
try it.
we really hate getting these in our tractor tires.
Just go hunt.
Oh, I
just
I
go
do
hunt
that.
anyways
If it's a
and see how it
farmer,
goes.
if it's a farmer, I will go up to their door and be like, I'm wondering if I could help save you a tire bill this spring.
Yeah,
Pick
that's
up
a
some sheds
great.
in the field.
That's a great way to do it.
I think you just got to cover ground. I guess.
I mean, 36
think-
is pretty impressive.
I personally am not a big fan of like I think you can waste some time like tiptoeing, being like, oh, can I shed hunt? Can I turkey hunt? Yes, they're more likely to say no to that, but everybody's got a line that they'll draw at some point. I would way rather just get the no and try it again straight up the following year or something, and just knock on 10 more doors.
Right.
Give them some like Starbucks gift cards.
I don't know. Like I said,
Something.
I
Just
think
put them in a
area,
chokehold or something. Is what I was thinking.
that area that you were in Kentucky is really tough, just because of you're smacked in between two metro type areas. There's a lot of outfitters in that space.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, guys are leasing ground.
Maybe look at different
residents and
types of
nons.
properties. If maybe the types of properties you're knocking on are.
I mean, shit, dude, it's a bait state. Just go find
Occupied.
5 acres and drop a corn pile.
Well, I was asking from 5 to 500,
Yep. I mean, that's a good range.
but I really like
that is the range you want to be in.
That is
by the
a
way,
good
Yeah.
range.
Somewhere
I mean,
in there.
I like
It's-
where you're at.
like what Zach said about the cameras and him wanting to be more of a woodsman.
Mhm.
I really like that and scouting new ground. So, I got all nose in Kentucky. Oh well.
Is there public down there?
Oh yeah. That's probably what I'm
Go-
going to be
go
doing.
hunt Daniel
Which-
Boone National Forest.
and
or
that's
some
what
of these
I've
other
done in the
places.
past.
They won't tell you no.
Yeah.
They won't.
They
No.
can't legally.
And that's what I've done the past 2 years. And
Oh,
Just
yeah.
hunt in public.
oh yeah.
Have you done all right with that?
So last year,
Hmm.
I was down there for early season. Not good.
That's, dude, public in September,
Yeah.
unless you're in Western Kentucky, is tough.
Yeah. And so I went back down after I shot my buck. I went down second week in November. So it was during gun, which sucked.
Yep.
I hate wearing orange.
Yep.
But I felt like I was making good progress and I was getting closer and closer. I just ran out of time.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that'll happen.
Yeah. I mean, I was finding good sign scrapes.
That's the
Nice
hard part
rubs.
about Kentucky, man. That early gun season. Well, you
Yeah.
said muzzleloader comes in early November.
Yep.
Same. Like, as soon as that hits.
Boom, bam, boom.
Well, what's crazy is we got on a little trip for looking at stats here, and crossbow doesn't start in Kentucky until 2 weeks after compound, which is a rarity
I like
where
that.
most are like opening up at the
Mhm.
same time. Because of that, and gun season being early in November, 71% of the deer harvest in Kentucky is still by gun.
Wow.
Versus a lot of states are now 50-50 or even starting to lean
Right. A lot of people
because of the
down there.
crossbow stuff.
A lot of people down there don't think deer season starts until gun opens.
So they don't, and
That's
since
Virginia.
crossbow doesn't open on opening day,
Right.
it's 2 weeks later. They're like, shit, gun's only a month away. Like, I'll just wait.
Yeah.
So I don't think you have a big participation rate in crossbow hunting, but as soon as gun comes in, I mean, dude, that's 70% of the harvests are happening
Yeah.
in those couple weeks.
That's wild.
I mean, that last day that I was down there, I had a probably 120-inch 9-point, 200 or 300 yards away. Definitely would have shot him.
Mm-hmm.
But he just never came in. I grunted at him a couple times, didn't work.
That's a good time to be down there. I mean,
I had a strategy. I tried the strategy.
Didn't work.
didn't work. Yeah. That early season in Kentucky, especially on public, and like I said, unless you're in the western part of the state where you're playing off of bean fields or whatever, shit, dude. I mean, we're barely dropping any acorns at that point, and every neighbor's got a corn pile out, so that's where they're at.
As the money guy, Dave Ramsey.
Yes.
I feel like Dave Ramsey and my advice here is, if I were you, I would start just scouting 365 days a year.
Yeah.
Every day.
That is how, not just scouting necessarily, but like, I mean, dude, the opportunities that, that I end up having throughout a season, like almost always are the direct result of, again, not necessarily scouting, but just working for access. I mean, you got to have the access first and foremost, but then it's like, it's irons in the fire. You know what I mean? It's like, it turns into multiple properties, turns into multiple states, turns into like time during the season, finding ways to stack time. I mean, you want to know how to kill deer during the season, hunt a lot.
A lot of time.
That Ben Rising said that,
I know.
that was I mean,
It's tough though. I mean, you're just talking
I know.
full-time job, you're farming. Like,
hey, we all got full-time jobs.
Are,
it's an equal playing field here.
yeah.
For real. You got to hunt to kill deer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I hunted.
And I'm not saying, I'm not saying you're not hunting a lot, but
I sat over 40 times last year.
no way.
Wow.
That's a lot, dude.
That is a lot.
That is a lot.
I mean, it was
And you killed the one in Ohio.
one in Ohio, 2 does,
Mm-hmm.
back to back last day season.
Were a lot of those sits in Ohio or
Yeah, there was only
40 sits?
10, 15 down in Kentucky.
That's a lot still.
That's a lot of sense.
So all right on your 50 acres in Ohio there.
No.
Like the permission stuff.
Yeah,
too.
I got some permission pieces
Okay.
buddy of mine has a landowner that wants a bunch of does shot, so I'll go up there and shoot does. Or one of my buddies, his uncle owns a farm and he needs does shot as well, so I go sit up
Jesse's
there.
not married, so you can say how many times he went out hunting.
No, I'm married.
Are you?
Oh, I am.
No kids.
Oh my
No
goodness.
kids.
Oh, no kids. There you go.
Just
That's the real kicker.
Yeah,
about
we
80,
know.
85 birds, chickens, ducks, turkeys, and geese.
Who's got that?
Me. Unfortunately, me.
Oh yeah. Wife project.
My wife's menagerie.
Menagerie.
The
What's that?
menagerie of birds. Just
Mm-hmm.
Menagerie.
a
I've
lot.
never heard
crazy
that word
collection.
before.
It's
Is
a
that French?
fancy
Was
word
that
for
French?
collection. Might be. I
That's
don't know.
that's a big word.
I've heard
It's a
it
big
is menage a
vocabulary
trois.
there. No,
Yeah.
that's different. That's a different one.
Well, I would also say this too.
How many times do you think you sat last year, you know?
I don't know. I was just thinking. I've oftentimes thought I'd like about a small journal or something, but I just never have done it.
That's.
Yeah.
I had a book and I didn't write down all the
I bet it
details
was
of
30
the
or
hunt.
less.
Yeah, me too.
I
I bet
didn't-
it wasn't. Well, yeah, but some are all day sits.
See, so I film, and I'll
Mhm.
break that up when I'm at the end of the year when I'm submitting my footage. I can count how many I had.
How many did you
So
have?
I was at 12 sits when I killed the mountain buck.
Yeah,
So that was 2 bucks and 12 sits, which was statistically great.
that's really good.
Um,
That's a buck per 6 days. If you,
I would take those odds every year.
Yeah.
That doesn't always happen, though.
No.
And then I did kill a ton of does, some with a rifle and whatnot after that. I
Mhm.
didn't count those sits. I mean, I took kids and all with
Yeah.
stuff like that. So,
Mhm.
I mean, collectively, probably 25, 30 sits.
But not all for you.
I mean, I killed them all, but,
There were other
but I took
people
the kids
around.
with me.
Yeah, yeah.
All of my sits weren't necessarily for me because I think it was like 15 or 18 sits in is when I shot my buck in Ohio.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then I was taking my little brother out. He shot his first buck
Yeah,
There
that
you
was
go.
last fall,
awesome.
which was
Yeah,
fucking awesome.
That was
Yeah.
an awesome video.
It was.
yeah. So those
He
don't count as
freaked-
credit to you.
Yeah, right. Or
Yeah.
going out with my dad during gun.
There you go.
know, and I did my fair share of just. Well, I want to go sit.
I just want to go sit out in the woods.
I'm gonna go sit.
Yeah.
I used to. I mean, before kids, it was every afternoon.
Your
Go
kids
find
hunt?
somewhere to sit. So they're 5 and 7.
So not getting there.
Yeah, my daughter is the oldest one. She's not hell bent on killing one, but she'll definitely go with me.
Sure.
Yeah, again, the mountain makes that tough. So
Very
some
tough.
Some of the nearby spots,
Mhm.
I'll take her with me or my son. My son is hell bent on killing something. He's just not quite ready yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
it is fun seeing kids. I'll tell you, one of my buddies, Jed, who lets me hunt some of his property. His youngest son is like 8 up with it,
Mm-hmm.
and he's
How old's he now?
I don't know. He must be
12 or 13, you think?
no,
Less than that?
yeah,
Interesting.
9.
That's awesome. Yeah, we've had.
He's an animal.
'Cause
just,
I was-
just an Elmer Fudd of a toddler.
I was
Like,
thinking.
awesome.
Yeah.
well, I guess maybe he is growing up now, but he's just just a grunter, you know. And I've taken some of my deer over
Yeah.
after he's like infatuated with. You can just see it, and he's like
Yeah.
the kid's gonna be an
I
absolute
think
killer.
I think like Finn Marrow, Kevin's
Yeah,
son.
oh, yeah.
Like
Oh, yeah.
Finn is. I mean, that dude, just give him alone. He'll just go kill one
Yeah.
on his own. Like he doesn't even need his dad anymore at this
It'd
point.
be fun to see those guys this weekend.
Yeah, I was just texting.
It's
him.
gonna be a fun
But
weekend.
like
boys.
those
Oh, yeah.
are
It is
like those kids are. My kids are. Harlan is. My oldest is not. Like he'll go hunt, and he killed his best deer last year, and he had fun. He enjoyed it. But like, if I'm not there, being like, "Hey, dude, you want to go out?" Like and just do sports or whatever else.
It's been cool at some of these shows. We've had kids come up that recognize me from whatever YouTube or Instagram
Mhm.
or something, and I'm talking like the 8 to 10 years old, and are so ate up with it and just being at the road show
That's
and like the
awesome.
whole experience and like wanting everybody's autograph and holding all the deer. Just to see that and the excitement around the outdoors with kids. I mean, there's not a whole lot of it anymore.
I was gonna say, dude, I
so
don't.
having it.
I was like that for sure,
Yeah.
and part of it was because I couldn't hunt till I was 12, so it was like I was in it, but like it was out of reach, right? Like
Yeah.
there was a cool part about that, but I mean, dude, as far as I can remember, like I was just ate up. I wanted to be at deer camp. I wanted to be in the woods. Like I was killing, Tweety birds out of my grandma's bird bath, like with a BB gun. Sorry,
That's America.
Yeah, but that's just it. I just wanted to be part of it, and like part of it, I think, and it's not a bad thing necessarily, but I think as you look at like the mentor hunting ages and like kids, like 4-year-old kids in Kansas are killing 180-inch bucks, and I'm just like if they're excited about it, that's awesome, but I'm also like, where do they go from here?
Yeah, they would have been excited about a spike.
They would have been, and now it's like, do they even realize what they did? Probably not.
Yeah.
And so, I'm very much for getting kids in early just because there's so many other distractions versus 30 years ago. But
I think the maturity in hunting is like realize it doesn't really matter what you kill, because at a certain point, like if you spend enough time doing it, like we all achieve certain benchmarks or whatever. It's just cool to see people like on the journey.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, and because we've all been through, even with the simple stuff like that, or what height do you hang your trees to?
Yeah.
And we're obviously like all, at a certain, and I get caught up thinking like, oh, everybody's at this, I mean, this is, what we do, but it's not the case. There's lots of guys who are just like, man, if I could get 5 days off a year to November,
Right.
and like, or in kids that are just like, oh, I shot a 130 3-year-old last year. I'm like, yeah, dude, I did that. I was there,
I've been there.
it's really fun to see people on the journey. And,
well, and I mean,
the road shows are just an awesome
that's a huge part of
environment for that too. So
because I think there's a lot of encouragement in those road shows. Like if we're talking about public land or trying to get access, like sometimes you kind of feel like you're on an island, whether you're just like beating your head against the wall on public land or you knocked on 36 doors and everybody's told you're like, I suck at this.
Yeah.
Until you talk to somebody else at the road show and they're like, no, dude, I'm at like 48. And you're like, oh, shit. How about that?
Slacking.
It's such an awesome group too. Like just and I'll like applaud you guys in this. Even my parents after the last road show were like, because they didn't know. I think like what we're getting into is like it's just a very like respectable group of. I mean, plenty of tattoos and mustaches and like question whatever, but like just really
Nobody's talking to us at Dollar General.
respectful people. Like everybody's
Yeah.
lifting each other up, kind of thing. It's like it's a really cool group to be a part of.
Yeah, this year for sure, like Georgia, man, that group was so involved with bringing up questions and having good discussions.
Yep.
When we have a show like that, I mean, they really are what you make of it.
It is.
and it's crowd.
It's one day.
We're
What
there
can
to
you
help.
fit into one day?
Right. So it's just like that show specifically was just incredible. Like the campfire session beforehand and after, really feel like we got to know everybody and a lot of the guys, brought up personal tactics and everything that they're trying to work through or situations. And we really got to help them break it down. And it's just really cool. And especially hearing everybody in their process with their journey.
Yep.
I think it's really awesome.
Well, I mean, look at this. Like, we assumed last year that Jesse was like part of the group, didn't know anybody.
Just a Neanderthal.
Met him there, saw him at ATA, and now you're here, and it's like, it feels like you've been part of the group the whole time, which is what's cool, right?
It is.
And I mean, I think that's a big thing when you start to look at this. Like, I don't know how many people will be there this weekend, 200 plus.
Probably, yeah.
And even last year, I'm like, holy shit, there's a lot of people.
It was wild. Do you remember all
I
those
was
people coming over
exhausted
the
at
hill?
the
I was
end.
like,
I
where they
remember
come?
at the end, like when we finally shut down that night, I was like, dude, my voice was like barely hanging on. But it was also like, I talked to so many people, you make personal connections there. You see them at other places or you talk to them at other places. I mean, people were saying like, hey, especially from our podcast side, they're like, hey, heard you talking about this. Like, here's something I experienced. Like, I learned things there that I'm like, shit, I didn't even think about that. That's pretty cool.
Virginia show a couple years ago, one of the guys, James Lambert, you may have seen him on the socials too, but he was a speaker this year. But yeah, 5 years ago, he was asking questions, to me as a speaker, which I didn't feel like I should have been a speaker at the time. I still kind of have my, doubts about myself. But he was asking questions about like acorn crops and elevations and where I find the whites versus the reds and all that in terms of elevation.
Versus
and I was
blacks.
like, like, what? Like I never thought about that. I just like look at it and it's like that's a white oak.
That's a white oak.
Yeah,
there.
that's a
and
white
there's
oak
a red
right
oak
there.
up on that top. Yeah.
Just have
well, sometimes the best advice is like, hey, don't overthink it, man. Like maybe there's something I just don't know, but
for sure. But also, he wasn't wrong. Yeah. Like these are things that he scouts. That dude scouts like 250 days a year.
Yeah.
And he's pretty smart. And he came off a record year last year. Like there's knowledge out there that's not on this side of the table.
Sure.
Oh, absolutely.
And so to get in a group with that,
well, dude, the very first year in Iowa, I say you guys, but whoever put us on a panel with it was Joe Miles and Andre and Cody and a handful of others. And I remember somebody asking a question, and I'm like, because I'm a loudmouth, I'm just yeah, and I like look over, I'm like, I'm sitting next to like Andre DeQuisto. I'm like, I should probably just like shut the heck up.
You want to talk?
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You got anything to add here?
Does
that cover it?
I really remember that. It was kind of an interesting moment. I was like, I should shut up.
Yeah.
Maybe there is some knowledge here.
Yeah. It is really cool because I do think that there definitely is a wide variety of people that are coming to the shows. But I do think regardless of where they are in their journey, like the passion for them to be there, like they're bubbling over. Like they want to have conversations. They want to learn. They want to share what they've found.
It's not nothing that somebody would pay. What's the entry rate this year? $100?
Yeah, it's now $100, yeah.
Okay, so for somebody to pay $100 and take a whole Saturday to travel from wherever they're coming, I mean, it's a commitment. You know what I mean? Most of these people have kids, have other things going on. The taking a whole day alone, it's
a lot.
On top of the $100 is just kind of probably whatever, but it's like. Yeah, it's not nothing that they're coming out and spending that much time and wanting to learn, and so it just says something that they're there in the first place.
Yep.
I mean, that was other than really wanting to do the fitness competition. That was my main.
You're
goal.
like, I'm just taking this damn belt. That's all I know.
What was your thinking? You're just like, it seems like a cool group of guys,
and my main goal, top priority, was to learn something, whether it was 1 nugget or 5 nuggets
about mobile hunting
to make me a better hunter, because that's my main goal every year is to learn and become a better hunter. And now I'm somehow made it at this table, and it's like, I don't know how the hell am I qualified?
Yeah,
we're not either.
But
one of the best things you can come away from an event like that with is like friendships and some sort of mentor. Like the fact that you guys are working together on workouts and stuff. And
had I not gone to the show last year, I never would have met AJ. If I didn't meet AJ, his brother, and John, I never would have invited him out to dove hunt at my property, and then it never would have snowballed from there.
Yeah.
See, but didn't you guys know who he was beforehand?
No.
We
had
didn't.
no idea.
Wow.
First time I met him was after the fitness competition. I was like, pulled you aside. I was like, dude, that was freaking wicked. Can I get you some more water or something?
I was.
Do you want me to
spray
spray
down?
you with the hose or no?
Yeah,
because I was dying. But yeah, I didn't know. I came to the show by myself. Didn't know anybody.
I think that's a big point because again, just with any show, it's like you always want to go with a buddy. So you're like, you at least know somebody. That takes balls to come into a big group like that.
Nobody wanted to come with me, and I was like, well, I want to go learn. So
well, you're
I'll
a driven dude. There's a difference.
Right.
That's why you found success.
I was going to say, that's why you're successful, though. That driven people find success.
Yep.
It's pretty simple. It's not a hard thing.
Well, there's just not an option. It's like failure. It's like, hey, we're going to find a way. Yeah. Deer hunting is that way for sure. It's like we've had tough years. And it's like I'm not going to not win at it.
So
I'm going to do whatever I can.
It's going to happen.
I said you can't be afraid to fail earlier, but yeah, I don't want to look at, well, I could fail and that'd be okay.
Sure.
No, it's not.
Push it to the brink.
Right.
Take it to the last day.
You will fail, and that's the only way to learn, I think, because I have along the way, but.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you have to be willing to eat a tag.
Right.
If you're going to roll the dice.
But,
if you're going to be an aggressive hunter,
yep.
you have to be willing to burn that thing, too. HUNTR Podcast is brought to you by Primos.
Dude, double bull blinds, the original doe can, and who could forget the iconic Magnum buck roar?
I mean, that in a nutshell is Primos for whitetail deer hunters. I mean, that buck roar is by far the best grunt call that's ever been made. I lost it in a CRP field in Kansas, somehow found it, and for the last 10 years, I've been notching every buck that I've called in with that call, and I can tell you there's a lot of marks on it.
There's been a lot of them over the years, man. I can recall. So my dad actually shot that 160-inch 8-point in Ohio a couple years ago. It was double bull blind. I just set that up a few days before, and we've had a lot of success out of those over the years. And so right now, you can use code HUNTR, HUNTR, for a discount off anything on the Primos website. That's primos.com.
Speak the language.
That's the cool thing about hunting, though, is like you don't have to kill something to be successful, and not
Right.
like in a cheesy
For
way.
sure.
You can just decide that, hey, I'm gonna fall in love with the process, and I'm gonna hunt as much or however or whatever. You know, I'm gonna make it what I want. I'm gonna have the season that I want to have, and then whether you kill something or not, it's like great. I succeeded. Maybe I failed in these areas. Okay, I'm gonna outwork that in the future to get ahead of it. But like you can't lose.
Yeah,
Right.
I had that 2 years ago when I had that encounter in that thicket. It was like, a deer of a lifetime in terms of just he was a monarch, and in terms of score maybe not, but
Just
it was
who
a
he
stud
is,
with
yeah.
a big cage, and I was after him for 3 years. And yeah, I didn't kill him. I had him at 12 yards for the better part of 15 minutes. And outside of that encounter, I had 2 other encounters, one of which was also at 4 yards, and I passed him because I only had 1 buck tag at that time. And I just had the encounter with the big one. I had a deflection on another deer. And so at the end of the year, it's like, you look at my Instagram and it was a fail. But in my eyes, as someone who always believed I get 1 chance a year, I had generated 3.
3. Yep.
And that felt really good. It you had to swallow your pride a little bit
Sure.
because you didn't come away with 1, but there was a lot learned and some really awesome experiences that were had. So
Yeah, it's like my Kentucky trip this year. I didn't kill one down there, but I busted my ass. I definitely learned some shit while I was down there. And the whole time I was coming home, I viewed that failed week, quote unquote, a success.
Sure.
'Cause
Well,
I
and
ha-
if you go
I
back
had
down,
fun.
dude, you'll be more rounded for it next year.
I mean, I had a blast.
Well, dude, you
Gave
keep doing them long enough too. Like, not to gloat on this, but like I didn't plan to kill 3 bucks last year, but like
Yeah.
I've just had a lot of what some people would call failed seasons. Like I just
Right.
have had some tough years, and I was just like loving it and just loving the process. I was just working harder and harder, and eventually you get years like that where just like they all happen.
Right.
And even since then, I've talked to some people recently, like reflecting on last season. It's like, yeah, friggin' banner, I killed 3 of them, But the reality is, I also, like, I had 5 or 6 like really good opportunities. Like I'll spare our listeners the story of the first, the deer I shot on opening day. You guys have heard about that one, right?
Mm-hmm.
That 4-year-old.
yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't listen to a lot of stuff.
Long story short, there was a really high scoring 4-year-old. We were like on the fence.
Yeah.
New Amish neighbor bought a piece of property next to us. He ended up shooting it first light. I shot it about 15 minutes later when it jumped the fence. Okay. It was a lethal hit. I gave the guy the deer.
Yeah.
It was his deer, but I shot
that
it.
close.
I got the opportunity. 196-inch 4-year-old. Yes, I'll show you a picture. Opening day.
Would have been nice.
That afternoon, I filmed my uncle hit super low hard hit, like non-lethal 6-year-old. Yeah, 6-year-old buck we've been chasing for a long time. So I picked the spot. I was like, here, and it just was like he's like, am I shooting or you're shooting? I'm like, you shoot, I guess.
I guess.
Okay. So then we had that. Then I killed those 3 bucks in November, and then I also missed that same buck that my uncle missed in December.
Was that the long shot? I think you were telling me ATA about
it was like 46 yards.
We just still don't know what happened, whether you hit something.
Yeah, hit
or-
I don't know, all kind of things.
Yeah.
Just wasn't meant to be. He's alive. He's
still a good year.
He's there this year. What I'm saying is, like, dude, had those happened the way I would have chosen, we'd have had 5.
5. Yeah.
On the ground, and it's like
Yeah, crazy.
That's unreal.
it can happen, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've given you a handful of things I attributed to is like the right access in the right places. I mean, will make or break the deer that you have opportunities to.
Yeah. Well,
If they're there where if the deer, if you're in the game, you're in the game.
Property
That's all you can ask
is everything.
yeah.
I don't know if your listener base is a lot of new people or not, but like, don't be chasing 150s if you don't got them.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, no,
You will struggle and you will not have fun.
Yeah, you will not succeed.
You will
It's
not
a great
have
point.
fun.
It's a great point.
Yeah.
And like and it's so area specific. Like even in Virginia, there's counties that just don't have them, and there's counties that do.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta. That's where some trail cameras do help. You know what you got.
Well, and then there's a decision to be made. There is, do you want to kill what you have, or do you want to go to where they are?
Right.
And people choose different routes.
I've had somebody from Michigan. They were talking to me like, well, I'm just trying to figure this piece out, and it's hard because there's nothing big to hunt, blah, 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 blah. I was like, well, where's the closest place that has something that you would actually be happy killing? And they're like, oh, it's like 2 hours away. So, well, you're spending a whole lot of time doing something you don't want to do. What if you drove 2 hours, and even if you hunted less?
Yeah. You're at
You
least
had a
in the
chance.
game.
100%.
A chance.
I don't think a
100%.
lot of people
No, I don't want to
really think that through.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't. And then they'll just be like, at the
Fine.
end of the season, they'll
See
say,
ya.
never saw anything good. Well, no
Stop
shit, dude.
complaining.
You knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's, or if you're a new hunter, like we talk about it all the time, I'm like, dude, just kill deer with your bow.
Yeah.
Like, one of the easiest ways for you to become a better bow hunter is just start putting arrows in things.
Yeah, and that's when you learn, like I was talking about, not rushing the shot.
Yeah.
Wait for the opportunity to unfold. All of that is learned because, I'm sure as all of us sit here, we've all rushed it and
For
blew
sure.
it many times, and you just sit there smacking yourself like, what? That was
Yeah, what did I do?
Well, dude, along the way, you'll have multiple. That was the biggest buck of my life.
Yeah.
And count.
It gets bigger every time.
And at a certain point, you have to, mature and realize, hey, it's not, there's different, you get different satisfaction points out of what you're chasing or what the experience is. But along the way, as you're trying to kill a big buck, if that's the goal, which it probably is for everybody, I want to kill a bigger buck than I killed last year.
Exactly.
You'll have multiple of those. I can remember the 3-year-old in Ohio for sure off the top of my head. Probably the one in Iowa too, where I said out loud, I'm like, that's the biggest buck of my life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And it was. In reality, I was like, just as I was seeing it happen, as I recovered, I'm like, I'll never kill anything this big.
The same year I killed that buck, I put one in the shoulder of this one in Kansas, a 188-inch deer.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought for sure I
year.
killed that deer. I was like I just killed the biggest buck I've ever killed in Pennsylvania, and I just killed the biggest buck of my life within like a few weeks of each other.
Where did that one go?
162.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's about the right frame.
You need to get out. You need to get to the Midwest
I was looking.
because, dude,
I just love mountain
Isn't
deer.
he in the Midwest? What's Ohio?
well, it just doesn't sound like there's very much deer
I'm
habitat
the
there.
east part of the Midwest.
I mean, dude, you could
The
hop.
East-West.
You could
I
hop
don't- I
into
don't-
Indiana.
I don't consider where I'm at in Ohio the Midwest. Like, I go to Illinois and Kansas
if
and
you
Iowa.
came out to the farm, it looks like
It's
Illinois.
it's Midwesty.
Very
I'm
Midwest.
surprised
well, then
you don't
just need to get
go-
into more deer habitat.
I'm
Yeah,
surprised
I
you
know.
don't go like an hour or so west into Indiana.
Indiana is a super.
Well, you don't even have to leave the state necessarily. Like,
No.
you just need to get into better deer habitat.
Well, he's asking people.
I'm trying.
I think you should go.
Look at the success.
I think you should either go an hour and a half or 2 hours to the southwest, or I think you should go about an hour to the east northeast.
Yeah, I've been going southwest.
Uh-huh.
Tough.
Tough.
So,
Yeah.
might
Well, that's
go.
very blocky too, right?
yeah. Well, no, it kind of starts getting to be like.
River country and stuff. Like, are you
no.
going towards Adams and stuff, or
I'm talking about towards Cincinnati. Like,
Yeah,
that
I've
direction.
30 minutes towards Cincinnati. It starts getting pretty woodsy and
Yeah.
rolling hills, Kentucky like.
that's getting towards
weird.
Adams County and stuff, which is an I mean, Adams County, Ohio is a spot.
But I could go straight west, and it would be.
They're out there. Don't be
More-
afraid. I think you need to condense your rather than just like. Well, see, and I don't know how this farms up or lines out with your farming schedule, but like
Just don't.
where
farm.
you're doing it is
That's-
seems tough.
Seems like the way Jared's
Have you
ways don't
have you
farm.
heard of
That's
Mexicans?
obvious.
Yeah.
By the way, Jared
You guys need some help.
recently purchased a grain wagon, so if you could fill that up for him, he'd be
By
By the
appreciative.
way,
Have you seen my grain wagon?
I have not. Well, you've sent me
I
pictures.
bought a Parker 260.
Yeah.
That
And-
sounds sick. I've only ever heard of those in magazines.
They're not even in magazines, dude. Yeah, it's the
No,
real
it's a big wagon.
big 15,000 pounds. I
Yeah,
can fit
that's
in
a
it.
big wagon.
I don't know.
15,000 pounds of corn.
That's a lot of corn.
Kern. It's a
Was that
beautiful
like
thing.
500 bushel?
I don't know.
Ooh, talking in bushels now.
No, isn't a bushel like 60 pounds?
55.
Lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like
Farm talk.
it's like 14,000 bushels.
Let me do the math.
300.
Is that right? No.
How many bushels do you think it
15,000.
was?
It can
Oh,
hold
oh, oh,
15,000 pounds.
You're right. So divide by
55.
45 or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
About 300.
I had roughly 15,000 pounds in it.
He's only got 9 fingers, so.
Yeah,
But it
Give
can
him a
hold
second.
more.
That's a tough.
Mm.
Division's
Phenomenal.
hard.
Well,
Like
it's split down the middle, right?
Mhm.
And you put 15,000 pounds of
Total.
corn. Oh, total.
Total.
Okay. Yeah.
How many bushels is that?
About 300.
There you go. 260 probably.
Yeah, 270.
So maybe I was exceeding the bush per bushel.
Took the restrictor plate
I'll
off.
tell you. I'll tell you what. She was full.
Oh, yeah.
She was a little.
They-
She was brimming.
they rock when they're
She was a
full.
little tippy.
Yeah.
I had to buy a new auger for it, 16-foot auger to get
Yeah.
up over these feeders. So,
It's a lot of corn.
but it works
impressive.
good. Does the job.
oh, dude, it works.
Yeah.
It works
Fling
good.
some corn.
Yeah, but well, dude, we just put out some Patriot Series stuff on the Illinois farm the other day. I did, anyways.
Mm-hmm.
And
Slacker.
I know.
damn,
You guys hunt the same farms a lot?
We do.
Jeremy and I own a farm together in Illinois.
Oh,
Yeah, we bought a farm out there 3 years ago.
3 years. Mm-hmm.
We bought a 150 the first year, and then last year in November we got an 80 under contract and ended up closing
Sweet.
on it. Very close to each other,
Yep.
like same deer,
Yep, just a property apart.
quarter mile down there. So, yeah, I guess we didn't even. I assumed you knew, but so you know where my farm's at in
Yep,
Ohio.
yep.
That's home base. Jeremy's home base is essentially Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
So he goes down. He's got a cabin down there and some farm down there, which I'm going to see Tuesday for the first time.
For the first time. Yep.
We're going to haul a bunch of
corn.
blinds,
Blinds
and feeders and,
and
stuff
feeders.
down there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
We do your stuff too, though. We
I
do.
know.
Yeah, we do. North Dakota. I'm flying out with the military guys call it a dead hooker bag. I bought one from
Sick.
511 Tactical to fit my custom gear in.
I'll have to see that.
You know what I'm talking about?
Does that have wheels?
Oh yeah.
No, I don't. I don't know what you're talking about.
The military. It's like a deployment bag.
So you can
For
put like
travel.
a dead hooker. Oh, you got that part of it.
Like when the hooker's dead,
Right.
you put her in it.
Sick.
No, you know what I'm talking about?
Nope.
Like it's just a big travel bag is all it is. And
But
so
the stand fits in there?
it does. So I bought it specifically so the stand can fit in there, and it's like my travel hunting bag,
Nice.
so we can fly with it. It exceeds the weight limit, but you pay a little bit more to
Yeah.
get it on the thing. And so we'll take that out to like North Dakota. We're starting for muleys
That'll be cool.
September 1st.
I've
gone up-
out
I've-
of the lone wolf.
Yeah,
That's
that'll be
what
cool.
it.
Yeah, I've
it
gone to
seems
North
like
Dakota.
there's some spots that we're going to be hunting. Typically, no, but the one farm we have, or
It's a whitetail
property
tag
with
too,
access
either deer
to-
tag.
Oh, nice.
we're going to need one.
Sweet.
It's more timber covered than anything we've hunted out there before.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But yeah, we'll have lone wolves.
Two of the $3 last year I killed out of lone wolf. One was in Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
Hang and bang on that 80 we got under contract. It was the
First
It was the second sit, but
of November.
so I hung it
It's pretty good.
one evening and I killed him the next morning. Yeah, and then the other one was Kansas on the very last
day.
sit.
That's what you were
Nice.
saying, like time running out. It's
Mhm.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, literally last day sit to kill that one.
It was like 10:50, almost 11 o'clock
Midday.
after a
super rainy.
rainy morning. Pushed way back up onto a knob way back in. Something about those deer, like they liked a certain elevation line, is what we figured out.
That was
Mhm.
Kansas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Eastern,
Northeast
northeastern.
Kansas.
Kansas would be a whole new ball game for me.
Dude.
You would crush
guys
them
should
out
do it.
there.
All right. So what is the work situation like
For me,
long term? Like how do you guys get more time to hunt long term?
I'm trying to figure that out.
Where's retirement at?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out. Dad is a savage. He likes to work all the time.
You work for your dad?
Work with my dad. We're part owner. I'm a
Okay.
part owner, but he started the business 43 years ago.
Custom home building.
That's right. And we stay busy, and we've always been a lead from the front kind of
Mm-hmm.
Push from the back?
No, more lead from the front.
Gotcha.
But that's hard when you want to lead from a tree stand.
Yeah. How big of a hunter's dad still?
Not as much as he was. He's big in bass fishing. He used to be.
So he doesn't want to work in the spring, early summer.
Well, see, he's put his time in, so he gets Fridays off to go fish.
Yeah.
And I'm, totally
No
for
Fridays
that.
off
He
for
needs
you to go
enjoy some
hunt.
time. Right.
Right.
Somebody's
Right.
got to be on the job, son.
I get it.
And but I
It
will
was
say,
really hard to get him here, by the way.
Oh yeah, no,
today.
like it yeah. And I left my guys hanging to get here.
Hopefully,
But it's
hopefully you got
gonna
that
be
wormy
okay.
chestnut in
Yeah.
place.
Get that done, guys.
Yeah.
But like sometimes there's a little flexibility. Like the day I killed was a mega cold snap.
Mm.
And I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna be here this afternoon. I gotta work out this sinus infection.
Yeah. Sorry, Dad.
But with that said,
Is it like a days off kind of thing? Is it just kind of a, hey,
It's your business.
it's a leadership
yeah.
mentality? It's just whenever you can.
right? Yeah, I mean I wouldn't say I'm limited on specific numbers of days off, but it is
Just
also
responsibility.
Right.
Yeah.
It's muddled with family vacations. But
Sure.
try to factor in effect.
Dude, Jeremy was in Disney when I killed my Sanka buck in Illinois last year.
Yeah,
It was.
you messed up.
That's rough.
Then now that I'm involved with all these guys, I go to all these shows, and that takes away days. So I just try to factor that in and not kind of overstep myself.
Mhm.
It slims it down pretty quick.
It does. When you're talking about our guys typically get 2 weeks off, and I've burned 2 weeks before hunting season even starts. It's like, sorry.
Yeah. Lead by example.
With that said, we do typically try to pull like a week to go to Illinois or something. That's been cool. Like me and Dad will go with a couple guys.
Right on.
Last year we did not, because the year prior, the week we were in Illinois, the buck I was hunting was going crazy. Right. So the last year I said, you know what, I think I could probably get it done on the mountain if I stayed and hunt that whole week. Well, as luck would have it, one of our guys kind of went AWOL, and I wasn't going to be able to leave my crew for the week because we'd be like totally useless.
Yeah.
So
That hurts, man.
it sucks. And that's part of, when you're at home,
It's a whole
you
year
get
of looking
pulled.
forward to that time, and when something goes
Literally.
wrong, and I know.
it's like, and then that's part of when you're hunting at home in general, is like there's family, there's work, there's all these things that drag you away, and all it takes, well, you can miss one morning, right? It's like, yeah, but no.
Could be the morning.
It could be.
It's high stakes too. You're like, family.
I know.
Hunting
Like,
this morning.
obviously there's priorities, right? It's hard which one is the priority that day. But ultimately I was able to pull that afternoon and ended up killing. So it was kind of like, I told you I needed to be in the
I
mountains.
told you.
I done told you,
I
Dad.
done told you I had
The
to
one
be
year-
out.
The one year, it was a Sunday before we were going to Illinois. We were going to leave for Illinois like that Thursday. And that weekend I was like, hey, you going up in the mountain? And he was like, no, we just got so much to get done before we go to Illinois, And I was like, yeah. He's like, you're not going to go up there, are you? Because we got so much to get done. I was like,
Of course
I don't
not.
know. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. He's like, okay, cool. So then anyway, I did go.
Yeah.
And he's like, what are you getting into? I'm like, well, I'm up on the mountain. He's like, oh. And like 2 hours later, he's like, you see anything? Like, yeah. I shot a bear and a buck. And he was like, I guess I should get the 4-wheeler and come help you then, huh? I was like, yeah.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Like, damn. All right. Well, I'm on the way. But he was, he's not mad. It's just
Yeah.
It's like, well, oh,
Good day on the mountain.
it was a good
What
day.
do you guys do in Illinois? Do you have a lease or?
No,
some
we've
public?
been hitting some public, and honestly, man, we've found some pieces that hunt similarly in a sense that everyone wants to hunt the field edges, and there's some thick, nasty shit that I can do pretty well in. And we've had encounters every year.
Nice.
It's so thick that making those encounters count is tough.
Sure.
But that's why they're there, and we definitely in a 1 week span see, a lot
Dude,
of bucks.
That's what we get out of Illinois. It's just crazy how much habitat is there. I think it's just the dirt is so good, or just everything is so thick. So the properties just hunt way better. Like our 200 acres out there hunts like our 1,000 acres in Ohio. It's like we have
That's
better
crazy.
opportunities. Oh, for sure. It's,
like number of shooters per acre kind of deal is what you're talking about? Yeah.
For sure.
Well, definitely for us, it's like I got 4 150s or 140s on the whole mountain that I'm hunting, and then I see 4 in a week in a random spot. I just dropped a stand on some tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. No,
It's
that's
a
how it
different.
happens.
It's a different ball game.
Yeah.
You'll see pretty quick. I don't know, dude. Ohio's great, but you should go and experience like one of those like true Midwestern.
Dude,
states.
Kansas is one where
Go to
it's like-
Kansas.
I'd love to. It's just harvest.
yeah.
It's tough.
When is harvest done?
Well,
We
that's planning.
typically we always have a goal to get it done by Halloween.
Oh, you're golden, dude. What the
What are you talking
some-
about?
So if I know that's correct, then November starts the next day.
Right.
Okay.
Like this year we finished on October 27th, and then I killed on October
and then you're
29th.
just free to go.
Well, you
Not
got
really.
planting though, right? When do you
Well,
plant?
that's in the spring. That's
you don't do like winter wheat or something?
well, we plant cover crop on all of our acres, but we've got it dialed down pretty efficient, so we can basically stay right behind the combine. So my goal is the cover crop is done when the combine's done,
Yep. Yep.
same day.
Yep.
But getting everything back to the farm, power washing it, greasing it up.
Just go, dude.
Maintenance.
Go
So it
the-
sounds like you have
you
November
just need a buddy.
available.
Just go for 10 days before Thanksgiving, and you'll.
Well, that's what I was
like,
say, because the
you'll
gun
have the
season
hunt
isn't
of your
until
life.
December for Kansas.
Yeah.
You got to
Just-
draw though.
Just go bang.
Right.
Just go bang public, dude. They haven't had cameras on public land in 2 or 3 years.
If you got that dog in you, which you do, you'll find deer on Illinois.
yeah.
Yeah. You go to Illinois
Over the
too.
counter.
Yeah.
I'm really got my heart set on killing a buck in Kentucky.
Wow,
But once that happens, the next state is Illinois.
Because your downfall in Indiana and Kentucky is earlier gun season.
Yeah.
So like
Right.
by the time you start hunting, you have a week to 2 weeks, and then gun season comes in. Whereas Illinois, you'll have 3 weeks. Kansas, you'll have 4 weeks.
I would do it now, dude. You're 27. Do you have like a travel hunting buddy?
Yeah.
Who is it?
My cousin.
And what's his work schedule like? Is he?
He's
like,
a firefighter paramedic.
BTF?
He's paramedic, firefighter paramedic. So he
just
They
patch
get
him up
off
when
all
he
the
gets
time.
home.
Yeah.
Oh, he can get
Fluctuates.
off whenever.
if he has trades or days.
So in theory,
saved
you
up.
guys could take a trip, like a week-long
Oh,
trip.
Are kids
What do you
on the
wait-
radar?
Well, that's that's how.
Yeah, get it done
That's-
before kids.
that's we-
for sure.
That's who I go down to
Yeah.
Kentucky with. Is my cousin.
Okay,
November 10th. Go.
what are we talking about then? Just go.
I know.
Because once kids are on the radar,
It's a little tougher.
a
It's
little
gotten
different.
better. 4 and 7. We're
Yeah,
5
because
and
they
7.
can
We're-
survive.
Yeah.
They can survive on their own. pretty much.
Literally in my episode when I killed in Illinois, I called my wife. It was the last day, last 5 minutes of light. I called, and like she probably had a clue what the call was about, but and you can hear it in the episode. The whole background is just kids
Chaos.
screaming and chaos.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, that's great."
So
She's
you're
like,
coming
"Dad killed a buck."
home.
Yeah. literally.
Yeah, that's how it gets. So do it now, and then eventually they'll survive,
Yeah.
and then you're fine.
Yeah. Once I get it done in Kentucky, just because that's been a goal of mine for 3 years now. I've been wanting to
So
go
you just need to find a place to hunt.
Does
For
your
now.
does your
That
wife
would help.
work?
Yeah.
What's she do?
She's an athletic trainer at OSU, Ohio
Okay.
State.
Cool. You guys want kids or?
We'll see.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah, cool.
Right on.
Jared's been in that discussion for a while here.
Yeah, we'll see.
We put him on the spot usually every couple months.
No kids? Oh. Yeah, you should have some. They help with hunting.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They make you a better, more efficient hunter. Which is
Yeah.
actually true. I actually do believe they do make you
Well, you
a
make-
more efficient hunter.
You're more aggressive. That's for
definitely
damn
more
sure.
More
aggressive.
aggressive, more efficient.
I got 3 days to get this shit done.
Yeah.
I'm going in.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, not 90 to sit on the fringe.
Yeah. No kids, no plans. My wife works a lot. We have, I don't know, this is a long story. In a good way. We're happy with where we're at for sure.
Yeah.
So
Understood.
Killed $3 last year.
I mean, I'd be pretty happy.
I'm pretty
That
happy.
sounds pretty sick.
I am pretty happy. If you're asking, I'm pretty happy.
I mean,
But
pretty good.
Hey, I see the appeal too. If you get kids, this seems
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, other people having kids, I see the appeal.
We're having my niece is moving in with us. Did I tell you that?
No, how old is she?
18.
Oh well, that's not.
She's not a
She can
child.
survive.
She's not a
That's
child.
a house
Yeah.
sitter.
I got-
Dog sitter.
All you
yeah.
gotta do is keep her from getting pregnant.
well, that's her dad's job. Well, I guess while she's
she's under your roof.
While she's living with us, yeah,
She's under your roof.
That's kind of why I'm bringing it up. Is like it'll be an interesting like
Yeah.
semi-parenting guardianship relationship happening there. But she's cool. We talked her out of going to Slippery Rock, and she was like going to sign up for this ungodly loan. Like it was like.
Oh, they're insane now.
It was like 18% interest or something.
Oh yeah, that's.
It was like
that's a credit card.
It was like
college?
what it was like would have like if the tuition was like $80,000, it would have cost $350 over the lifetime, which is
What
insane.
a joke.
Not a smart decision.
So fortunately we talked, and we got with her, my in-laws, and we were like, hey, this is not a good idea.
Yeah, at that point, working at Home Depot is a better option.
Way better out.
She was going for nursing. I'm like, you can start that anywhere.
Go to like yeah.
So
community
she
college.
agreed to go to she's going to go to CCAC, and so the change of life circumstance she was looking for is instead of going and living at college, she could come live with us.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna help get her car fixed up. I had it towed the other day. Got her laptop, and so we got
What do you mean you've been slipping out at midnight? What are you, 18?
Well, so we got a little bit of parenting about to happen here.
Oh, I'm excited to hear about
whipping
that.
into shape about to happen here.
That'll be fun. That'll be fun. Can you believe
If her boyfriend
Can you
comes
believe
over,
the nerve?
keep the doors up. We'll have to set some ground rules,
3-foot rule.
It's funny because, dude, I'm so anti-rule, but like I'm sure that like when it,
Yeah.
So was I.
when it comes to it, I'm like, hey, listen, this is what's got to happen, and here, outside of that, we're good.
Listen to your mother.
Well, it's because we love them, I care about them. I want I want the best for them. So we got to
As
enforce
you
the
should.
rules.
When's that start?
Probably in a couple of weeks.
Interesting. Right before hunting season.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Margie's all hell bent on fixing up our guest room for her to stay in and stuff. I spent these pieces of furniture that they buy now. It's like it should be illegal to.
You
sell
should probably
these.
be conferring
Like
with
Wayfair?
Zach
Something
on
like
your
that,
your
It
remodeling costs.
Took me 6 or 8 hours to put this vanity together.
Dude, my wife ordered a coffee bar from Wayfair. I was never more angry than I was at that moment.
Yep.
It came in a 6-inch deep box.
Yep.
That was like this wide and 6 feet long. And I was
Weighed
like, there's a
250
coffee bar
pounds.
in there. Yeah. And then there's 6 million screws
Yep.
that come with these little
Do you know what
Chinese
really pisses me off
screwdrivers.
is they're like, I don't know what you call it, little like wheel hub looking.
Yeah, they suck.
They suck.
And yeah, I was hunched over on the ground putting it together. My back hurt. I was
Knees
pissed.
hurt.
It was like
Can't sit on the
11
pillow.
p.m.
I went through 2 bottles of wine over the whole thing.
That's why it took 8 hours.
Look at it.
No, that sped things up, I'm pretty sure.
Where are all
but
these spare screws for? Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, and then at the end of the day, it's still a fiberboard.
It's
piece
like
of crap.
wobbly.
Yeah.
I told her straight up. I was like, "What'd you pay for this?" She was like, "I don't know, $200, $200."
Wayfair.
I was like, "I would have paid $1,000 for it to come put together."
I'd have paid $1,000 for it to not be a piece of shit.
Yeah, that'll happen. Well, that'd be interesting. Well, cool. Well,
This segment brought to you by Wayfair.
there you go, Wayfair sponsors.
IKEA.
Well, we appreciate you guys stopping in and hanging out. We look forward to
It was fun. It was fun to knock this out before
fun-
the roadshow.
fun
now
weekend.
now we can chill and just go do it.
just go and hit it. We got to rope Cody in tomorrow morning for a podcast.
Good luck.
Yep.
Yeah. Hopefully he's here.
Hopefully.
When we get
Actually,
here in
he-
the morning.
He might be here waiting on us outside.
Possible.
You talk to him?
Workout time.
Yeah, we'll get a sesh in.
Oh boy.
He said 10:30 at the latest, so
So 12:30.
could be.
10:30 tomorrow.
10:30. Yeah. Mountain time.
Yeah. Yeah. He's like, where am I going again?
He, like, when you told me it was 2 hours to the farm from here,
He said.
he said it was
45
an hour,
minutes.
45 minutes. He's like, oh, it's real close. 45 minutes to an hour. But I know better. Okay, we went
That
bow
bridge.
fishing with Garrett
Yep.
up in north of Baltimore.
Yep.
And he's like, oh, from your house? I did it last year. It's 3 hours. I was like, oh, okay. All right. Well, that's fine. It was 5.5. 5 hours, 45 minutes. And I did that after work, bow fish all night, and then drive back in the
for
morning
work.
for work.
Oh,
Well, I guess we need to figure out like where you guys are staying tonight. The farm from here is 2 hours and 18 minutes.
He's a liar. Is your house on the way?
Kind of.
Ish. Yeah, you guys are welcome to crash at our place if you would like.
I don't need much. I got an air
You're only
mattress.
like, what, 30 minutes from here?
35 minutes, yeah.
There you go.
Simple.
Well, cool.
Let's do
Well, we
that.
appreciate you guys coming in, hanging out. and we look forward to the road show.
Yeah.
We appreciate everybody listening to this episode of HUNTR Podcast, and we will catch you next week.
Later.
Take me